Why rush to the port when you can start your vacation early? The legendary Cocoa Beach is your ultimate pre-cruise paradise. Just minutes from Port Canaveral. Stretch out on sandy shores, surf some waves, or kayak with dolphins before you set sail. Need a hotel? Cocoa Beach has plenty. Plus shuttle packages to get you to the ship on time. Why wait for the ship to start having fun? Book your adventure now at legendarycocobeach.com.
Now this is how you end a summer. Under the lights, surrounded by history. The driver's last shot at the playoffs. Your last chance to see regular season action. Friday night, Xfinity lights the fuse. Saturday night, the Cup Series delivers the fireworks. This is Daytona. This is everything. NASCAR weekend at Daytona International Speedway, August 22nd and 23rd. Get your tickets now at DaytonaInternationalSpeedway.com.
Worried about market losses? If headlines are keeping you up at night, it's time to take control. Hi, I'm Jeff Jr. with Trajan Wealth, and I know you've worked hard to save. But in times like these, what if can turn into what now? If you're planning to retire or are in retirement, you need a strategy that helps protect your future. At Trajan Wealth, you can capture market gains, protect your account from losses, and guarantee income for life. Right now, you could receive a bonus of up to 30% or annual growth of up to 10% for retirement income. You heard me right. An upfront bonus of up to 30% or annual growth of up to 10%, all guaranteed to boost your lifetime income in retirement. Don't leave your future to chance. Plan with confidence. Call Trajan Wealth today at 407-213-0000. 407-213-0000.
Annuity guarantees are based on the claims paying ability of the issuing insurance company, DBA, in most states as Trajan Wealth Insurance Solutions.
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductee and Grammy winner, Peter Frampton. Let's Do It Again Tour. November 4th, 8 p.m. Hard Rock Live Orlando. On sale Friday, August 4th, 10 a.m. at Hard Rock Live Box Office and Ticketmaster.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Are you 62 or older and wondering if a reverse mortgage can help you access the equity in your home? It's so easy to get a free reverse mortgage quote with that mortgage guy, Don. Just fill out the online questionnaire at thatmortgageguyDon.com, or you can make an office appointment to meet in person at 1401 Town Plaza Court, Winter Springs, Florida. Happy Home Mortgage. NMLS ID 2418348.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with that mortgage guy, Don.com.
Here in Orlando, we know life doesn't slow down for anything, especially a broken garage door. Since 2002, Precision Garage Door Service has been proudly serving the Orlando community. Local and reliable, our techs are ready to provide you a same-day service. And there's no charge for a service call, and seniors, military, first responders, and teachers get a 5% discount. Whether it's a stuck door or a snap spring, we've got you covered right when you need it the most. Call Precision Garage Door Service today or visit us online. Precision Garage Door Service. Garage doors done right.
I'm Mark Anajar.
I'm Glenn Levine.
I'm Ellie Anajar.
And we're Anajar and Levine. Experience the Anajar and Levine difference by calling us with any of your legal needs. Call 1-800-747-FREE for a free consultation and take back control of your life.
In Office Orlando.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. Divorce is complicated, especially when a professional practice or a small business is involved and, of course, on the line. At Cordell & Cordell, we know the years of work that you've invested and what's at stake. For over 35 years, we've helped guide doctors, lawyers, and business owners through the complex process to protect their businesses that they've spent their lives building. Call Cordell & Cordell today because your business is more than a job, it's your legacy.
Orlando, Florida. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois. CordellCordell.com.
Live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. From car accidents to personal injury cases, Mo has you covered. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1, Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeartRadio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free, new and improved iHeartRadio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good. Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. The News Junkie is on. The three best friends you never knew you had, running through the most viral stories of the day. The news junkie Sean Wasson with Sabrina and C-Lane.
It is Thursday, August 7th, 2025. Lots to get to today. From South Park strikes again to United Airlines battles a huge nationwide disruption, and a second person was arrested for WNBA hijinks. Plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. Hey there, Sabrina.
Hello.
Hello, C-Lane.
What's happening? There we are.
There he is. And hello to you. You can join us on the show today. All you have to do is send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch today. You can also watch the show on YouTube and twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. Your message rolling right in the studio in real time. How's everybody doing on a Thursday?
Good.
Pretty good.
Yeah, not bad at all.
How the heck are you?
You know, alive, moving through the week. Thursday has arrived. We got a busy, busy day ahead of us. And I watched South Park last night, which
Damn
was...
it, I forgot it was on.
Man,
I need to get back into that, because sometimes, you know, right before bed, I'm just kind of wandering through YouTube aimlessly. And so I had plenty of time to fit in some South Park.
I'm telling you, sometimes I feel like there's so much more appetite for stuff like this, where it's the people who are willing to target whomever, to make fun of whomever, and just to go full speed ahead on it.
Especially when you've got what was the deal finally? Billion?
$1 billion, I believe. They made a lot of money with Paramount, and so they have been kind of on point. We'll talk about that in just a second. Right now, let's put our ears to the ground, our fingers on the pulse. Let's see what's happening in this great, big, wide world of ours. And we go to the White House. Let's see what's happening. The press is asking President Trump questions. I'm sure they're asking about, like, maybe South Park or WNBA dildos or NBA dildo. I don't know. I have no idea, but let's see. Let's tune in and see what they're talking about.
Is President Vance hosting a gathering this evening to talk about how to respond to the Epstein situation?
I'll translate.
I knew it.
Is President Vance hosting an event this evening to talk about how to respond to the Epstein situation, which is just like constant peppering of, you know, all these Epstein questions over and over and over. And I don't think Trump is liking it anymore. Here's how he
I don't think he likes it for a while.
Working on what?
No.
Hosting some kind of gathering of top advisors this evening to talk about how to respond to the Epstein situation.
I don't know. I could ask you that question. I don't know of it, but I think here's the man right here.
So Vance is right there. He's right next to Trump. So he's like, I don't know. Let's ask him himself. Let's bring the question over to Vance.
Reported today, and it's completely fake news. We're not meeting to talk about the Epstein situation, and I think the reporter who reported it needs to get better sources.
Look, the whole thing is a hoax. It's put out by the Democrats because we've had the most successful 6 months in the history of our country, and that's just a way of trying to divert attention to something that's total okay?
Oh, another one.
Yeah, please.
Another BS drop in the White House.
How many more times that he drops the BS that we're allowed to start saying BS?
It's not in my top 3 BSs from Trump, I gotta say. I think the man deploys the word better than anybody else. There's nobody better at deploying it. Can I bring you? I'll bring you my favorite moment. This was my favorite Trump BS moment. You'll remember this.
The wind one, right?
Yeah.
Rusting and disgusting.
He's talking about the wind.
And then, you know, the environmentalists say that it's also, very importantly, the most expensive form of energy there is. You cannot get more expensive. The wind, it sounds so wonderful. The wind is bull. I'll tell you.
That's my favorite, man. That's my all-time favorite number one of these BS launches.
Put that into the history books. The wind is baloney.
I feel like Trump sometimes he mastered the class of, when you get into sales stuff, they'll often tell you, hey, here's one of the really token challenges. Take this pen or this pencil, sell me this pen. And you got to go, well, this pen, it's a glorious golden Sharpie. It writes beautifully. It feels very, very nice in one's hand. The weight to it is fantastic. And it makes you feel like you're not wasting your money on some plastic piece of crap.
That pen is baloney.
The pen. So you do that. Now, the other thing, this is a challenge for most people. I'm successful at it a lot of times, is complaining about anything. If you can call the wind BS, you have mastered it. Like, this is just the most generic thing in the world. Most people love the wind. You're like, oh, yeah.
Form of energy. You cannot get more expensive. The wind. No. The wind. It sounds so wonderful. The wind is bull. I'll tell you, it's horrible. So
it's horrible.
It's the worst wind.
I love it. There you go. But now on to the Epstein stuff. The Epstein stuff is also BS, Trump says. You can give us your thoughts on that. Always open floor for everybody, whatever you have on your mind today. Send a video or audio dispatch. Record yours over at thenewsjunkie.com.
I like some of the things that people are doing, like searching through Twitter to find where the flip-flops have happened. Fritz posted a bunch of them, like that he'd seen. Somebody else was doing the work, and it was like somebody that was like, oh, we need to hear this Epstein stuff. We need the Epstein stuff. We need the Epstein stuff. And now they're like, Trump's right. It's total hoax.
This
is bull ass.
Yeah. Like, I was saying this all along. I was like, look, the obvious thing is that we have a hype machine going. At the middle of it, the story that nobody wants to hear. Nobody wants to hear. Because guess what? You left-wing weirdos, you guys want Trump to be wrapped up in this, getting massages from teenage girls, and you want Trump to go to prison because he's like a pedo or whatever. And you right-wing people want Hillary Clinton and all the Pizzagate, Pizza Comet folks to all be gathered up because they're running some underground kid-selling operation with adrenochrome or whatever. And the truth is so much less popular in the middle that this was a bad guy with an obsession for spending time being sexually gratified by young girls, teenage girls, girls in their mid-teens. He liked to do it. He did it because he was a billionaire. He defended himself from a lot of the charges over time, but he probably
made some really sweetheart deals.
Yeah, he was probably just doing it by himself. That's the truth that not a lot of people want to hear. But there you go. Let us know what you think about that. South Park launching off with episode 2 last night. I got to say, they're in rare form. I love it. I love when South Park is on a tear. Sometimes when South Park is not on a tear, it makes me feel down about America. It makes me feel down about content in life because Trey Parker and Matt Stone are some very smart guys in the content world. They have very bright minds. I like people personally who know how to tell a story. I like to tell a good story. And I like somebody who knows that craft and fully understands it. And in the South Park kingdom, those guys are very, very good at what they do. They've had some arcs on South Park that I'm not going to pretend like I liked. I didn't like the Tegrity Farm stuff for the most part. I didn't think it was that good. I thought it was a weird thing.
Tegrity Farms was like, okay, but took it went on so long. It was just drawn out.
Wasn't it like the entire season?
It was,
I think so.
Like they changed the intro and the song and going down to Tegrity Farms. They did all of that stuff and it went on forever. And I just thought like it was a soft season. I thought it was a soft season. I like when they're just taking shots at whatever's going on out there because so many times the beauty of it all, I try to find these gems wherever I possibly can. The beauty of it all is when everybody is looking in different directions and missing the obvious thing. They've never hit it more into the outfield and over the stands, in my opinion, than their Terry Schiavo episode, which was so on the mark to me, where it was like half of the country at the time was like, let Terry Schiavo die, let her die with dignity, and the rest of the country was like, she's alive, it's God's creature, don't kill Terry Schiavo. And then the South Park people have Terry Schiavo's last words, and she says, no matter what, do not ever, under any circumstances, show video of me in a vegetative state all over the media.
On TV,
the world
yeah.
is television. So then it's like,
How about the cartoon version of it?
Everybody went to war and forgot about the central portion of what was going on because that happens so often in our society. And last night it was a take on Charlie Kirk, which if you've not seen this before, mega viral stuff, very, very viral stuff. A lot of left-wing people have tried to start copying this style of going out in public and engaging and debating with people, especially on college campuses like this guy Charlie Kirk does. And whether you like him or not, he's quite good at it. And he goes out there and he's got his microphone and his water bottle, and he talks to all of these college kids. And most of the college kids are pretty dumb. A lot of their political takes are really easy to dismantle. And so he does just that, you know. And it's been successful in swinging young Gen Z males much more to the right. Gen Z women are still way off to the left. Gen Z men are in the opposite direction. And this is, I believe, one of the reasons for it. So South Park's taking that on. And they have one of the characters, I forgot this dude's name, but he starts a podcast. And it's got all the podcast stuff. I think it might be Craig. I think it might be Craig. I'm not positive. And he starts a podcast, and he's got like the supplement powder sponsor. He's going after Jews and black people and women, and he's doing all of this stuff. And of course, there's one person hardest hit. But let's see here.
With this school and with America. So let me ask you this: what is your definition of a woman? What is my what?
Butters is asked, what is your definition of a woman, which is one of the token things they do at these debates.
What is a woman? It's a very simple question.
I love the audio.
A woman is a lady friend who, gives you kisses. You see, you can't answer the question, but something is made.
Butters is the best in the world, man.
So a woman is
he says a woman is a lady friend who gives you kisses.
A lady friend who, gives you kisses. You see, you can't answer the question, but something is male or it is female. Both sides in Scripture agree to that, and that's just the truth. Next.
Another woke student totally destroyed.
A lady friend who gives you kisses. They do the whole stamp on the screen. Another woke student totally destroyed. And obviously you've seen these videos all over the place. That's what they're going in on. But the best part in the world is in the middle of the podcast or the live stream when this is happening, Cartman is just infuriated that all of these people have taken his gimmick, his bit. Like, this is what I am, the one who goes after the Jews.
Buddy.
That's right for
you gave us so much.
Cartman does that exact thing.
Nick, are people stealing my stick? If anyone around here is going to be a master debater, it's me. So let's go. Who wants to debate the master debater? Let's go. You right there.
That's the stupidest haircut I've ever seen.
You are wrong. Leviticus 3:17 says it shall be a perpetual statute for your generations throughout all your dwellings. So you can shut up, baby. You just hate America and you love abortions.
Oh, that's so good.
They go absolutely full force against this whole thing, which is ripe for making fun of.
Dude, it's fantastic. And then I saw a little clip this morning of because they went in on ICE deportations and.
Hang on that if you don't mind. I got a couple more things for you, because one of the side stories is Cartman's engaging in all this debating because he's like the Charlie Kirk. And he keeps shutting his door to do these mass Zoom debates, but his mom thinks he's not mass debating in the bedroom. Right. You can imagine where it obviously goes.
I'm getting really good at this. I have my arguments down rock solid. These young college girls are totally unprepared, so I can just destroy them and also edit out all the ones that actually argue back well. It just feels so good.
I understand it feels good, but that doesn't mean you do it all the time.
I'm sorry, Mommy.
So he's battling with his mother over and over, and she thinks he's doing something very, very different. They go back and forth. Some of the lines are exactly out of what you've seen in the viral videos of the debate and stuff with the college kids.
God, what makes you think you have the right
to
say what I do with my body?
Let me ask you something. If a pregnant woman is killed and the baby dies too, why is the killer charged with a double homicide?
Well, because people have different beliefs.
It's not about belief. It's about truth. Science confirms life begins at conception.
They do the little bit of him fidgeting with the water bottle in front of him, and on and on it goes. You get the point, right? But here was the absolute best line, the best joke I thought out of all of this, because Mr. Mackey goes to talk to the young kid who's the Charlie Kirk, and he's like, "Why are you doing this?" It's I got to get my nut. And Mr. Mackey's like, "What?" And he goes, you go out there, you rabble rouse, you own some losers and some woke kids, and you get your nut. Everybody's doing it. You got to go out there, you make the content, and you get your nut. And Mr. Mackey's like, how do I get my nut? And he ends up getting fired from the school. And so he has to find a job. So he gets a job with ICE. And the whole ICE thing with Kristi Noem is so funny.
Tom, another protest today as thousands turned out in downtown Denver to voice their outrage against the ICE.
This is just out of control. A lot of the people being targeted in these raids are kind, hardworking, deeply faithful people who.
All right, so you see, like, they're going protester route. Here's what the protesters saying, like, they're actually really great people.
Care for their families. I have no doubt that there are many, many Latinos in heaven.
So I don't know if you know where this is going yet, Sealand, but the protester says, I have no doubt there are many, many Latinos who are up there in heaven right now. They show heaven. It's beautiful. It's amazing. ICE heads into heaven because they got a hot tip now.
It's so good. It's
And they go
so
after
good.
everybody.
Whoa, this is bad. Okay.
All the Mexicans in heaven are running.
Remember, only detain the brown ones.
They go after Kristi Noem for all her plastic surgery and stuff. Her face falls apart a couple of times.
Brown, it goes down. Jesus, look out.
Shot a dog.
And she repeatedly shoots dogs. That's fine. Like, come on, man. This is whether you're on the right or the left, you should get it. Like they're hitting some things here, which I thought were pretty damn funny. So they made Trump, who is still essentially Saddam Hussein, because that's the comparison they're making. They had him with J.D. Vance, and they made J.D. Vance like a little guy. Take a look at this real quick, just for those of you watching. They made J.D. Vance a little guy, and if you're not picking up on the visual they're doing there, it's obvious it's from the plane, Fantasy Island gag that they've been doing. So the world is alive and well. There's many things to talk about and make fun of, and we hope to do that along the way here at some point in time. Hopefully we'll be able to land some of those punches as well. All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll get to you. Your feedback is rolling in. We have an arrest on the WNBA sex toy toss front. It's
Another one?
We got another arrest. We have another arrest, and we'll take a look at the person who was apprehended and see what they look like, what they're up to, why they tossed the sex toy onto the WNBA court. All that coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733. From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Good morning. If I-4 is a part of your commute, you're going to run into slowdowns eastbound between Osceola Parkway and State Road 535. There's congestion on I-4 approaching that Sand Lake Road exit there. Traffic's piling up at the ramp junction where Florida's Turnpike and the Beach Line meet. If you want to avoid those delays, keep left. It's just going to be familiar slowdowns this morning. No surprises affecting your ride. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Summer is going by fast. Wherever the drive takes you, we're here to help keep you on the road and soak up the last bit of summer fun. Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Your summer drive starts here. Go to VIOC.com for money-saving coupons and to find a location near you.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One, is back in Vegas.
T-Mobile Arena.
Streaming live only on Hulu. A weekend full of superstar performances.
Hey, everybody. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday to you.
Here in Orlando, we know life doesn't slow down for anything.
Thanks for joining us on the show.
Since 2002, Precision Garage Door Service has been proudly serving the Orlando community.
Good morning, everybody.
Provide you a same-day service, and there's no charge for a service.
Zinc 08. Why do so many ads? I listen to some podcasts that go for 8 hours a day with no ads, and they get 30,000 viewers. It's a syndicated radio show. So there are commercial breaks, and I like money, so there's a bunch of them. So that's why we're talking right now while everybody else listens to a torrent of commercials. Otherwise, you could just hear the commercials, or we could just not stream to begin with. Those are the decisions to make here in life. So Zinc 08. I hope that works for you. How are you today, by the way? I mean, no fucking hello. Just right in on it on a Thursday. Christ. Where's my water bottle? Over here. Always. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm I'll full Charlie Kirk it today. Me versus chat. Everybody V1. Bring it on. Good morning, cat butthole. Hello, Dan. Hello, Patrick, Marla, Beefy King. Hello, John. Hello to all of you. When we come back, we've got another arrest in Wnba Dildo Gate, which is maybe my favorite side quest story in a couple of months. It's a really good one. So we'll talk about who this dude is, who's behind this. Do we think that this is organized? The green dildos being tossed on the WNBA court. Do we think it's organized, or do we think it's like random people seeing one thing and like standing up and copying? Organized or a copycat? What do you think? Hi, Kelly. How are you? Kelly over on Facebook. Hey, how you doing today? That South Park was funny, man. And by the way, I see a lot of right-wing people watch these 2 episodes of South Park and respond in the same way. Like, oh, this is funny. This is really good. Good. You should do that. You should be able to do that. Some people get butthurt, but that's how we weed out the losers. The people who clutch their pearls in wine when they get made fun of are the outcasts. Those are the people we toss out. Okay? When you sit here and you go after, like, this group and then this group and then this group, and then when it lands on their group, they're like, whoa, this is bullshit. That's how you spot the losers, and we kick them out. Sean is tapped in with right-wingers, guys. Yes, generally after I bang your mom, we have a discussion, and she is fairly right-wing. So we have some combos. I'm kidding, I'm a one-woman man. So in case Courtney's watching, don't get mad. Recently unemployed and have a jury summons for tomorrow. Not a good day. Depends on how you look at it. Like everything else. 2 minutes and we're coming back live. For everybody but that zinc guy. Jennifer says, funny is funny. If you can't laugh at yourself, you are the problem. True, Jennifer. Absolutely. Spot on. Sean, do you really think Epstein worked alone and didn't have high-level celebrities on his island? Oh, no. I mean, I think Epstein, a very, very rich, powerful, very political man with lots of political connections, undoubtedly had a ton of people out to his island, had people out to his house, and all of that stuff. Is it possible some of those people did what he did with him, with the teenagers, getting the massages and the sexual gratification and stuff? Having sex with kids? Yes, it's possible. But I think it's not like everybody thinks there's some list. We go down the list, we get all the people, we throw them all in jail. It never was that way, and it never will be that way. That's a movie script. We have 1 minute. We're coming back for everybody but Zing Zong. Zing Zong will continue to get commercial. Sean, are you allowed to talk about Gaza on air? I have many, many times. Send an email, ask me about Gaza. Or I'll talk about it during the commercial. But a lot of people, a lot of average Americans are not in touch with what's going on there. You know what I think about Gaza? It's shit. It's shit. It sucks for everybody. For everybody, it's too many people that hate each other in too small of a place. And it's probably not going to be solved by a bunch of losers on Twitter.
Your favorite songs
in your playlist. podcast.
But your favorite morning show.
They make me laugh every day.
Or your favorite team in action.
Oh my goodness, he caught it!
Or your live local news, traffic, and weather.
Implications from coast to coast.
Yep, there's an app for all that too.
iHeartRadio.
We're not just streaming music, we're streaming moments.
Everyone wants to be here. Join the millions of Americans.
And add us to your entertainment lineup now. Download the #1 app for radio.
The free iHeartRadio app.
Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisor. Visit TrajanWealth.com.
If it's important to you, it's on and probably being mocked by.
On WCCR, Real Radio 92.1, we love you. Love the whole crew down there. What a great station. What a great station that is, and we're happy to be part of it. If you want to know more about the show, learn over at thenewsjunkie.com. There is yet another person that has been arrested over the WNBA sex toy tossing hijinks, which I think is my favorite viral side story in the last couple of months here. Like, this is the weirdest thing ever.
It's a great distraction.
Yeah, from all the political stuff, it's like totally different.
That tweet you sent me yesterday about the betting was just hilarious to me.
Oh, wait, let me see. Which one was this? Was it about how there was more people betting now?
Yes, more people are betting on whether or not a dildo will be thrown at the WNBA game than betting on the actual WNBA.
Yeah, it says breaking. WNBA betting volume on dildos surpasses betting volume for who will win the game.
That's
because
awesome.
It's become such a little side story thing. And overall, I'll tell you, it's hard. Okay, sports people, bear with me for a second. You're going to think I'm dumb. Trust me, there's a larger thought at play. I'll try to get it out of my head in a way that makes sense to you. I think when you have a sport that is largely ignored, which was very, very recently the WNBA. Okay, it's in Nowheresville. Nobody cared about it. Most Americans on the street could not name any players in the WNBA or any teams. They didn't watch it. It was dragged along and paid for by the NBA, and it was a nothing sport, right? Then one after another, these strange viral stories have lifted this sport up. Brittany Griner goes to Russia with a weed vape. She ends up behind bars. It's like a political prisoner, basically. Her whole side story gets a bunch of viral attention. People go nuts. You end up with the new recruits, Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark into the WNBA. The battle between that, people bringing up race. There's fights on the court, all of this stuff. Now you have WNBA Dildo Gate. These are all viral stories blasting this once ignored sport into the mainstream. And I would argue to you, you cannot buy that kind of attention and press. And that is what really starts to lift up and launch things that are getting ignored. So in a way, though this might be annoying at the moment, it's pretty good for the WNBA overall.
I don't know that they're necessarily celebrating.
They're probably
this
not,
particular thing, but
they're probably not thrilled. Here's our guy, the latest person to be arrested for tossing out one of those green sex toys onto the court.
Looks about right. I don't want to judge a book by the cover, but
I can't. He's so nondescript. Like, I don't know if this is like some white dude or a little Spanish kid, or like I don't know where he's from.
What's his name?
His name is Dildo Bandit, according to this post. Let's see. WNBA arrest. There we go. Kaden Lopez, Kaden Lopez with a Z. Uh-oh. Hispanics, hold tight. Hold tight. This could be your boy right here. But he was arrested. Here's one of the stories from Phoenix. And this says, man arrested for throwing sex toy at Phoenix Mercury crowd. Let's see what the story says on this.
18-year-old Kaden Lopez
18, man, there he is.
Attempted to throw a green sex toy onto the court
Oh,
but
is
it
this
did
the guy
not
that
reach
didn't
the
make
court.
it?
Instead, it hit a 9-year-old girl in her eye.
Oh, this is the one we saw yesterday that didn't make it all the way, huh?
And it hit a 9-year-old girl?
Oh, that's bad. Boy. Yeah, it says, it says a witness who volunteers in the arena said they followed this guy and they tackled him as he tried to leave the stadium. So he tosses the sex
7 more
toy.
dildos in his pockets.
It hits the WNBA court. And then this guy, because his 9-year-old niece gets hit by this sex toy, and he's like, that's inappropriate. He chases the guy down like it's a terrorist attack and tackles him. And we get our hands on this 18-year-old Caden Lopez. Busted, buddy.
Attending the game. Lopez told police he purchased the sex toy the night before after seeing other incidents on social media.
All right. First of all, this is so great how he looks in court. He's like, Your Honor. And he's up there talking, which I hope we get to hear from him, but I don't know if we will. But this guy is alleging. And I ask you this question. Do you believe him? That this is not some orchestrated group that is plotting and planning to do this, but just one person started by throwing a green one, and that green donger hit the court. And then another person said, and got the same one. And then, like, none of these people allegedly are related to one another. It's just happening virally one by one.
I think that would probably be accurate. I think that's very believable. To see something trend like that and go, I want to jump on this bandwagon. Remember Knocker Right in the Park?
Yeah,
that was a good one. Yeah.
That started from a fake thing.
Started with a couple fake videos of a guy, interrupting news broadcasts or acting like, he's somebody to be interviewed and then sliding in that line. Mm-hmm. And then people started doing it at soccer games. People started, anytime there's a live shot, they would try to jump in and get on TV saying, a very not safe for TV phrase.
Right. Cosidius on Twitch says he should get charged with a pedo charge. I don't know, man. That seems a little much.
Why? Because they hit the 9-year-old?
Known Badger responds, it wasn't his penis that hit her. just in case you were wondering.
I mean, that is a point.
Let's see if he says anything, this kid in court here.
Today, we heard from Braden Bell. He is the play-by-play voice of the Mercury.
Damn.
And he appeared today on Fox 10 Talks.
I don't know what's going on. It needs to stop.
By the way, this is the highlight of your career, Braden. Braden Bell, you can clutch pearls if you want about this. I understand the arguments for and against, but just know this is probably the highlight of your career right now.
First and foremost, I think that's
it's really inappropriate.
It's extremely inappropriate. It's also, it's putting people in danger.
Yeah.
Whether we want to, discuss that or not. These are athletes who are running, they're cutting, All
right, well, they're really bringing up the danger thing quite a bit. Although, sure.
Yeah, if it's in the middle of play, there's been a couple of them that have been thrown after a free throw, and it just as it hit the court in a spot where there wasn't a lot of people, right?
Yeah.
But if you're throwing it while they're running across the court and you could trip over that, that
especially
monster.
if the suction cup is
right.
working the way it should.
Yeah, but let's be honest, that's not the real problem here. It's so much easier. You could call it sexist. So much easier. You could launch another.
I'm actually
tirade
surprised
on
we
this.
haven't heard that.
Yeah, because look, are they doing this at NBA games? No. Amy on YouTube says, if the 9-year-old was my kid, the dude would not be okay. A lot of parents suggesting if this happened next to them, that they would be very, very upset about this. Well, let's see what we got. Let's go back to the Fox piece here.
Jumping, exactly right. It's inappropriate
and very unhygienic.
Well, that's one of our topics today. Yes.
One of your topics?
But Celeste, you and I both have been watching these stories over the last few days. Has the league had anything to say about it?
I haven't seen any official statements from the league yet.
Okay.
Obviously, it's been talked about a lot, especially on social media.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't the league make any comments about this? At this point, it's getting a lot of attention.
The league's happy that they're getting a lot of attention.
Maybe they think if we talk about it, it'll make it worse, which it won't. I don't think I think now it's it's at a point where it's got the attention that it needs to simmer. It doesn't need any help from anybody.
I do know that one of the fans, I'm not sure if it was the first or second instance, was arrested. So it's serious.
Yeah, people are getting arrested.
Shouldn't happen. I'm glad it hasn't happened here, and hopefully it doesn't.
Let me see. Hold on.
About this last night at 9. The Pinal County attorney.
Okay, that's a different story. I was wondering if this was a second person that they had arrested. No, we have the one young guy, 18 years old, Caden Lopez, busted for bringing one of these and tossing it on the WNBA court. He said he was watching the WNBA game. He was watching the WNBA game with his 9-year-old niece when something hit his back and then fell to the ground next to him. That was the victim. He realized the object that hit him was a sex toy. He he wants prosecution. He wants to get him. He wants prosecution against this guy. Booked into jail, Mr. Lopez, 18 years old, disorderly conduct, assault, and public display of explicit sexual material. Now, question, is this going to stop the next sex toy from flying onto the WNBA court? This guy's getting in big trouble for this.
I think we get at least one more.
I think that it's going to be heightened even more. Like, now they're just going to be well aware of when security is turned around. This guy only got caught because he hit a 9-year-old. He didn't throw it far enough. Everyone else is off scot-free.
There's one other arrest. There's two arrests so far.
I take back what I said. But in that sense, like, they were going to be more careful about it. But you know that there's a bunch of people who feel challenge accepted.
But 2 arrests, that's a 50% arrest rate. So the 2 of the people who we know of that did toss these have not been arrested. So we have to see what's going to happen next here. It's very serious stuff. Sir Chocolate Hobo on YouTube says, they are acting like they care about the safety of the players when not long ago players were pummeling Caitlin Clark while she was running full speed down the court. The dildo is much safer. Probably. I don't really think it's a safety thing. Although, like, it is a safety thing to not have items being thrown by fans on the court. Undoubtedly, that's the case. I just think it's a weak case. It's a weak case to present. Just say, hey, this is absolutely and completely inappropriate, because it is. It's also funny a little bit in a nice viral story that's a distraction from all the other things that get you guys into a lather. But I think that this is not done with yet. I don't think we're at the end of this just yet. Lynette saying LeBron would jump into the stands to find the person who threw it at him. You think that people are more scared to throw it at the male players? Maybe. Sherbet says, I wonder if you buy a baker's dozen of those if you get a discount, or if the 13th one is free. No telling. They're going to make you squat and cough to get into WNBA games. We'll see. We'll see. They have said that bags allegedly were banned from last night's WNBA games. All right. So they were like saying you can't use any kind of bag. If that's the case,
then it is going to be a hygiene issue if another one shows up.
Because there's only one way. Get that past security, and we've talked about that. That's going to be a rough one. So we'll keep our eyes on that story and see what's happening. You can give us your feedback, tips@thenewsjunkie.com, tips@thenewsjunkie.com, or send a dispatch. Record yours over at thenewsjunkie.com. Let's see what we got here. Here is a Flip with a dispatch on the WNBA.
Does the chick with the annoying voice in this clip you're playing about the dildo, did she think that this kid, this 19-year-old or 18-year-old, whatever, does she think he smuggled it in prison style? Like, did they pick it up, like, with tongs and then smell it and, like, move their head away real quick? She's like, oh, it's so unhygienic. Give me a break, lady.
Well, he just bought it the day before. He's got a point. But also, to his point, every time we've watched footage of this, they have put like a towel over it. And maybe that might be to conceal it because of the shape and whatever. And they don't want to make any more of a mockery of this than has already, than they can control. But, they've picked it up with anything but their hands.
Yes, and you don't know. Like, if it's that sort of thing being tossed on the court, I think it's legit to say, hey, are these used or new, or what do we got going on here?
I'm going to say that since he's told the police that he bought that the day before so he could throw it on the WNBA court, and going to be real superficial here just for a quick second, and judging by the looks of the kid, He has not found a woman to use that thing.
Unbelievable. Yeah, I like that you think there's a woman in the mix. I don't know if Lopez is, maybe he just went for himself.
No, he used his parents' Prime account without a doubt.
Either way, he needs somebody to fund his defense because he is fighting some charges. What do you think? Let us know. Send your dispatches and your emails as well to tips, TIPS, @thenewsjunkie.com. When we come back, a story out of the Sunshine State, but it is going global right now. What happened? A woman arrested for pretending to be a nurse. And she did this for quite a while, and I have a lot of questions. So let's get into those. How'd this woman pull this off? What was going on here? How did nobody notice? It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Inter Miami comes to town to play Orlando City this Sunday. Will Lionel Messi play? Be there to find out. Your chance to win tickets happens later today on the Jim Colbert Show. Today at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
Hey there. God bless you all. God bless you, Tiny Tim. All right. Here's what I want to know. The WNBA. We going to see another dildo thrown before next week, before Monday's show? Are we going to see another one thrown before Monday's show? Yes or no? Whoa. I hate that. There was a fuzzy flying. I hate it. I don't know what that was.
The last couple nights, and I'm looking outside, look at how windy it's gotten.
We are, yes. I sure hope so.
Hurricane, and am I protected? What have I?
If he bought it a day before, it's premeditated drive-by dildering. Of course, because it gets media attention and we're all lemmings. Yes. Yeah, I mean, I think we'll see at least one more. But my take on all of this does not change. My take remains the same, and it will. If you arrest people for doing shit, they will stop doing it. If you arrest people for keying Teslas and going after them, they will stop doing it. We literally had that from coast to coast, and people stopped doing it because they saw other people going to jail. If you arrest people for throwing green dildos on the court, they will stop doing it. The average American does not want to go to jail. If you arrest people for carjacking in D.C., they will stop doing it. If you take these teenagers and throw them in jail for committing crimes, they will stop doing it. If their parents don't punish them, which their parents don't punish them, the one parent that's probably in their household, the state punishing them with law enforcement, with the courts, will make their friends, maybe not them because they've already done it, but their friends and other people will not do it moving forward. Trust me, mark my words on that. This will slow people down, but there'll be at least one more. Jennifer says, I think it'll die down. I saw the most vile response to this. It's like, why doesn't one of the WNBA stars just call him on it and just start ram jamming it and then throw it back? That's somebody who doesn't get out of the basement alone. When people are not arrested for stuff, it just proves officials in charge are willing to accept it. Well, that's what happens. Like, if you control anything, okay? Let me see how much time we have. 2 minutes. If you control a classroom, and in that classroom, you just keep playing movies, you don't pay any attention, you let kids on their cell phones, you let them argue with each other and talk to each other, 100% rate that classroom is going to be out of control. If you're not strong enough to assert control over it, you're going to lose control over it. And that happens for everything out there. What? What's going on? What do you want from me? Why are you naked? She's got a knife, everybody. She's naked and she has a knife. She's got a Fozzie Bear tattoo. What are you doing? You're crazy. Do you think anybody else is going to throw one of those dildos on the court before Monday?
How many more games do they have?
You know, like a game a day or something.
Is it only one team?
No, there's lots of teams.
But they're throwing it for all.
Majority has been one team, but there's other teams too.
Sure.
I don't have time for this. When I asked you for an answer, you give me an answer. Is your pepper spray ready to go?
Yeah.
Where do you spray them?
Eyes.
Get them in the eyes. What do you say?
I don't know you. That's my purse.
That's my purse. I don't know you.
Alright.
Okay, I gotta go.
Bye-bye.
I gotta go. Gotta go back. Oh, you're still there? We're coming back. Coming back from commercial break. Forgot about the show. Fine.
Features. Learn more at eloquist.com or call 1-855-ELOQUIS.
An app for pics, an app for playlists, even the app for scrolling endlessly at 2 a.m. But only one app puts the live radio dial in your pocket, the free iHeartRadio app. Get what millions already have. iHeartRadio! The #1 app for radio.
At Rasmussen University, we offer a full suite of nursing programs from pre-licensure to doctoral, online and on campus. Programs vary by campus.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by Eye Candy Energy Drink. Taste the sweet life.
Filling in the gaps between the New York Times and World Star. This is
Newsroom. Story time with the three best friends you never knew you had. Learn more about the News Junkie radio show live stream and podcast over at thenewsjunkie.com. How did no one notice this was happening? How did this go on for as long as it did? The story all over the place today. And I woke up and I saw it locally on the news. And then very shortly after that, I saw this making nationwide headlines, and now it's around the world. Now everybody is talking about this. And one of the local stories, we always try to go to some sort of local source when something's going down. And this says, a Palm Coast woman in Florida posed as a nurse and treated thousands of people without a license. She was just arrested. Thousands of people.
How is that possible?
And you know what? One of the things that was pretty crazy to me was, so there was an investigation going on, and I'm always confused by this because sometimes the investigations go on for a while bad stuff is happening. For instance, this fake nurse, this woman pretending to be a nurse, treating thousands of patients. The investigation went on for 7 months. For 7 months, authorities knew that there was a nurse who was doing medical stuff to people, and she wasn't actually a nurse. And for 7 months, they were like, how's the investigation coming along? Keep going. Keep going. Imagine C-Lane had a new hobby. Okay?
Yes.
10 out of 10 doctors
phlebotomy.
Don't recommend this. But C-Lane's new hobby is every day after the radio show, he goes to the playground.
All right, I don't like this anymore.
When he gets to the playground, he engages in his new hobby, which is hitting toddlers with Chinese stars.
I see where this is going.
Has a huge stack of Chinese stars. He sits there. Jackson's wandering around doing God knows what, eating dirt. And C-Lane is winging ninja stars.
Checks out.
He's winging them at these kids on the playground, and the cops get word of this, and I went 10-4. We're going over. We're going to investigate. And for 7 months, they let C-Lane toss ninja stars at little kids on the playground.
Because they have to make sure that they have, the evidence needs to be solid.
Yeah. At some point, don't people go, why didn't they stop C-Lane from throwing ninja stars at the kids on the playground? They let this nurse just go on and on and on doing this for 7 months as they investigated. A woman is behind bars after she was accused of posing as a nurse and treating thousands of patients without a license. Autumn Bardisa, 29 years old. Shouts out, Autumn, if you're out there. During a 7-month investigation, they discovered she was pretending to do this by using somebody else's nurse license number. And let's see what they said.
Coast woman
Here they
behind
go.
bars in
Wesh.
Flagler County is accused of treating thousands of patients as a registered nurse.
We got her.
Even though she didn't have a proper license. Deputies say 29-year-old Autumn Bardisa got hired.
Oh, man, she looks so scared in her mugshot photo.
She was like, they show the body cam video of this.
Mm-hmm.
And you'd think after treating thousands of people, when the cops come, your way and want to start putting the cuffs on you, you would kind of know.
Yeah.
You think you would know. But she did not seem, it was almost like the woman, the last teacher that we had that was banging a student that was like, am I under arrest? Wait,
Is it because I'm hot?
What are you talking about?
Uh-huh. Like, I can't believe it.
She seemed flabbergasted to be arrested.
Oh, I want to hear that. I think that might be in this report.
Called flabbergasted.
Let's see what we get in the flabberest moment. And I hope they get you soon, Sealand. Like the idea that you're throwing Chinese stars, little kids on it's just wrong.
Advent Health using a different nurse's license number. She's Justin Shecker talked to the sheriff about what he calls a disturbing case of medical fraud.
Here she is.
Are you Autumn? Yeah. Can you step out of the car for me, please?
Sure.
Flagler County Sheriff Rick State.
Damn, she's in her nurse's outfit, and she's outside of her driveway, outside of her house, I guess I should say, and they've got her right there.
These deputies arrested Autumn Bardisa Tuesday.
In her scrubs.
Certainly worse than credit card fraud.
The 29-year-old Palm Coast woman is charged with 7 counts of practicing a healthcare profession without a license and 7 counts of fraudulent use of personal identity.
It's kind of weird that the sheriff said that. He said that this is certainly worse than credit card fraud. I mean, I guess. The banks might be the only victim unless your money gets stolen at the credit card fraud. But it's kind of weird that I hope that was prompted by a question where he went that route.
Bardisa Tuesday.
This is certainly worse than credit card fraud.
The 29-year-old Palm Coast woman is charged.
Maybe she was arrested for that before.
Practicing a healthcare profession without a license and 7 counts of fraudulent use of personal identification information.
Come on.
I would say this is greed or wanting a job. So bad that you would manipulate a system and assume somebody's identity.
He's a little whistling.
To be able to practice. You went to school, but you failed the exam.
Why
she
not?
wanted to be a nurse so bad.
Can't you just go back and take the nurse exam? You don't have to take the whole class over, right?
I don't know. It is a whole thing, though. From what I understand, that it's not as easy, but it's
if
not.
you're acting as a nurse for 7 months and you're able to work with thousands of patients, don't you think you would probably be able to pass the test after that?
You would think, and I certainly have seen the trials and the stress that comes along with nursing school. My question is, they also don't get paid this incredible amount that it's worth the fraud. I am wondering, she probably, this is not her first time failing the test. And she got so frustrated she just wanted the job, or what is going on in her head?
When they say licensed nurse, they don't really, that could mean a lot of things. So I don't know if this is like CPN or nurse's assistant or LPN or RN or CPN is the one. There's lots of different levels of nurse. I forgot that my mother was a nurse. And
are you talking about nurse practitioner?
Yeah. There's different levels of a lot of people start out like my mom did as an LPN, a licensed practical nurse.
I don't think she would have been up to the nurse practitioner status because I think there would be more charges. I think you can write a couple prescriptions as a nurse practitioner.
Oh, really?
But this says she used the license number for a registered nurse who works for Advent Health in South Florida. Mm-hmm. Where she is not, right?
She's in the Palm Coast.
Okay. But it says that they went to college together but didn't know each other.
Oh, she just went and did it then.
How did she get the number?
I don't know. Let's see what they said.
Documents say Bardisa lied that she passed her exam during the Advent Health hiring process for an advanced nurse tech job in July 2023. She also provided the license number matching another person with her first name and a different last name. Bardisa claims she had a new last name from a recent marriage.
She never provided the documentation of her marriage and the change in the last name. And frankly, from our investigation, that probably fell through the cracks. at Advent Health.
That's so weird to me. And here's why, okay? My take on these stories is always the same. Where you have somebody pretending to be a nurse, where you have somebody pretending, as we've seen in so many stories, to be a police officer. I don't mean anything offensive by this. I am not trying to hurt anybody's feelings. It doesn't seem like it would be that difficult to actually become the thing that you want to be. To be a cop doesn't seem like it would be the most difficult journey if you're so obsessed with being a cop. To be a nurse, if you just want to be a nurse, just pass the test. Go actually pass the test and go straight. Like, move to another state and start being a legit nurse over there or something. Like, the thing that strikes me is how you could go legit so easily, but people just keep pretending and they keep going down this route instead of actually becoming what they wanted to be.
For this woman, I wonder if it wasn't like a crime of necessity. Like, she didn't pass the test, but she needs the work, maybe. And
But how is she getting paid for it? Are
She-
they not double checking on the whole passing?
she got
Oh, no, she got the other
They,
person.
well,
so
they,
right.
they were checking. That's why they started looking into this.
They checked the nurse number, the license number that she gave, and then they saw that she passed. She didn't provide the merit certificate. That fell through the cracks. But then at some point, once they're done, doing their job to kind of vet this person, they don't just keep vetting them. So the lady just now has a job.
Yeah.
And she just works at the job for 7 months. If she goes back and takes her test and gets a real license number, it's not like she goes to her boss and goes, "Hey, listen, I'm going to need to change the license number."
New update.
Hold on. Is this true? Goose on YouTube says she ended up going back and taking the test and passing it. You can see her license is active and clear on the Department of Health website. Maybe she did. And then she's stuck in it because she gave the original number
Right.
first.
You're stuck in the lie.
Yeah, and then what she should have done is quit her job, move to another place, and then started over with the new number, and maybe she could have got away with that. All right, let us know what you think, especially nurses. Tell us your thoughts on this, and if you think this is happening more out there, hit us up with a dispatcher and email tips@thenewsjunkie.com. Quick break, back with that response. Plus, more on the fallout from Howard Stern and the end of his career. We'll get to that. A Little League meltdown and so much more. And it's all coming up next on the News Junkie.
Make Real Radio 104.1 number one on your presets on our all-new iHeartRadio app and get cool stuff at Real Radio events. Get the app for free in your app store.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
All lanes are blocked due to an accident on South Street eastbound at Huey Avenue. That's near the interstate. A serious accident's getting cleared up on Goldenrod Road northbound at the beach line. You're going to run into some slowdowns on the Turnpike northbound approaching that Hancock Road exit due to a disabled vehicle off to the shoulder there. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Everdoor Garage Door. Power outage? You're still rolling with Everdoor. Get $75 off a battery backup opener today. Don't let the dark shut you out. Everdoor keeps you moving. Visit everdoor.com, the garage door that lasts evermore.
Storm season is here, and Florida ranks among the worst states for long summer power outages, averaging over 18,000 hours without power every year. That's why Solar Source is stepping up. For over 40 years, they've protected over 60,000 Florida homes. And now you can win a battery backup system valued at $20,000. Don't wait for the next black.
What up, big dogs? Hang tight. I'll come give you a hug in a second. Some sweet, sweet H2O. Okay, everybody. Hey, Yuckers. Hey, Vicky. Hey, everybody. If you don't mind, I'll only ask you one time today. If you are watching on YouTube, it would be, as always, a really nice thing for you just to take a second, stop, and hit that like button on the stream. If you enjoy one segment, one laugh, one moment, something from this show every day, it's how you help lift things up, and I really appreciate it. So just take a moment, if you don't mind, and hit that like button over on YouTube. Thank you, and bless your soul. Thank you for your attention to this matter. We're back live on the show in 3 minutes. In the meantime, what's up? What's up? Thank you, Shannon. Appreciate you over on YouTube. Thank you. By the way, more stories today about Howard Stern and not getting a contract at Sirius XM, and I'm starting to think there's more to that, because at this point, I think he would have come out and like combated this if there was any chance it was going the other way. Even if he was trying to do a contract negotiation thing, I haven't seen but maybe one or two people be like, no, what if he doesn't? So, like, no, everybody's like, okay, end of the line, Wiggy, see you later. Candace says, Eddie, speaking of SS tonight, secret shows tonight right around 7:30-ish. Streamed live on the Discord, available for everybody tomorrow by 5 p.m. on thenewsjunkie.com. Snoop Frog says Howard isn't going anywhere. They're going to buy his catalog, and he's going to do special appearances, from what I hear from people who actually know about this stuff, but they're not going to pay him all that money anymore. If you're like the last Snoop Frog, because I've seen you say a couple of things about him, you're like the last Stern fan who's like, fuck yeah, he's rocking it right now. God bless you and your soul. No, they don't do this every time when the contract gets close. This is an old school tactic at its most basic point, but not like this. Trust me. You don't want 100 stories going viral that you're not renewing your deal without a demand or a push for people to do it. This isn't Stephen Colbert. No one really cares about this. Trust me. Quick break from our school mic, and back to the live show. Dude, I haven't seen his name in years. Well, that's part of the problem. How do you pay that person $100 million? It ain't doing it. Okay, here we go. Buckle up.
Stop prescription Eliquis without asking your doctor. Stroke risk may increase. Eliquis can cause serious and potentially fatal bleeding. Don't take if you have an artificial heart valve, abnormal bleeding, or antiphospholipid syndrome. While taking, you may bruise more easily or bleed longer. A spinal injection increases blood clot risk, which may cause paralysis. Get medical help right away for unexpected bleeding or bruising, or back pain, tingling, numbness, muscle weakness, or incontinence. Aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners increase bleeding risk. Tell your doctor about planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
Most impact windows from Reese Windows and Doors are installed in just 6 to 8 weeks. Visit reesewindows.com.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Filling in the gaps between the New York Times and World Star.
Always to spend some time with you today, keep you company, maybe keep you in touch with what's happening out there in the world, and laugh along the way. Learn more about the show at thenewsjunkie.com. It looks pretty clear like this Howard Stern thing is true. It looks pretty clear like it's the end of the road for him, because he's old as hell now, and he's not really making waves like he used to. There's apparently nobody listening live to the show anymore. Like, the numbers are dwindling over there. People think it's like cornball, and I haven't heard much of it. The only thing I've heard of the Stern Show, or Howard Stern Show, or whatever he calls it now, in the last handful of years has been when somebody's like, oh, hey, man, you were on the show. They played something. They played the show. And every once in a while that happens, and I'm like, okay, what's going on? And I'll peek in. But it's behind a gate. I don't subscribe to satellite radio. I would not pay for that.
I keep getting things in the mail that's like, your Sirius trial is almost over. And I was like, I did not know. I thought that was over like forever ago. You know, you get it when you buy a car.
Yeah.
I think they reactivated it to try and, get you in there.
Yeah,
entice you.
It's a big number of their subscribers. Everybody's got little stunts like this. I'll give you a couple of examples. One is Sirius XM Radio. Every single new car dealer and stuff, they'll tell them, hey, a bonus for you is you could tell people they're going to get a year of free satellite radio, so that they get you with the satellite radio, and then hopefully you stick around listening to it. And then they make it really easy for you to stick around if you complain. Because if you say, I'm not paying anymore, they'll AOL you. They'll be like, no, $2 for a century. We'd love to keep you on board. We want to count you as a subscriber.
I would pay that. $2 for a century?
Why not? They used to do it back in the day when Sirius and XM were different outlets. Sirius, at least, I believe, had a lifetime subscription. They had one option for, like, you pay it, and then that's it, and you always get
forever
satellite radio forever. And they've messed with the numbers quite a bit since then. And this happens with newspapers, too. Like, there's a local newspaper, and they'll tell you their circulation, but a big-ass chunk of their circulation is all of the hotels that they have deals with to put a newspaper at everybody's hotel door, which is largely ignored by most of these people. Nobody's even reading them. Different ways for people to boost up numbers where they actually don't have an audience there. But if you have a million stories about your contract being toast, about this being the end of the road, it seems to me like that's probably what's going to end up happening here. And I know Trump weighed in on this at some point in time. I don't know if I have that. I could try to find that. Trump was talking about a lot of stuff in the White House yesterday. Like because he had Apple's CEO, which I think he called by the correct name this time.
Did he call him Tim Apple?
I thought he did.
Or is that just a joke?
I thought he called him Tim Apple, which
I'm pretty sure he did, and he did call him Tim Apple, and then he called. I was thinking of the Japanese Prime Minister as Mr. Japan.
Mr. Japan, yeah. Like talk
go-to.
to Mr. Japan, and sometimes when Trump doesn't know the name of something, he'll just toss something out there like that, and it works for him sometimes. People just ignore it and move on, but
Japan,
you know how it goes. Here's Trump talking about the Howard Stern stuff. I think this is right. I told you, the people who I know who are talking about this say this is probably the end for Stern. If not this, maybe like another year, but this is probably the end. They're not going to pay him that much money anymore. He's too old. He's not really relevant as much as he used to be. He's not bringing any subscribers in after all these years. I mean, who knew is signing up for that? It's just not working out financially. So from what I hear, they want to buy his catalog and repeat all the crap over and over.
Why? He just gets a royalty check moving forward, right?
Well, no, they'll make a deal with him. They might be like, we'll give you $10 million, and we just get to use your catalog, all the stuff that you've done so far. And then we'll throw on this extra amount, and you could do like specials. So like Oprah. I think Oprah kind of did a thing like this for a while where I'm not doing my show anymore, but I'm going to do the Oprah interview specials. And then
when Prince Harry wants to chat, do that.
Yeah, that's the way out of this. Here's Trump talking about it.
I've got an entertainment-based question for you. A few weeks ago, Stephen Colbert announced that he was leaving his show. Howard Stern announced that him and Sirius XM Radio are parting ways. Do you think the hate Trump business model that's been in the entertainment business is going out of business because it's not popular with the American people?
Geez, I wonder how he's going to answer this question.
My gosh.
I mean, even if you're like mega MAGA or whatever, ultra mega MAGA, you got like, come on, dude. Do you think it's because these absolute losers are just not succeeding out there because you're the greatest? What's he going to say to that? Well, of course.
Well, it hasn't worked, and it hasn't worked really for a long time. And I would say pretty much from the beginning, Colbert has no talent. I mean, I could take anybody here. I could go outside on the beautiful streets and pick a couple of people that do just as well or better. They get higher ratings than he did. He's got no talent. Fallon has no talent. Kimmel has no talent. They're next. They're going to be going. I hear they're going to be going. I don't know, but I would imagine because they get Colbert has better ratings than Kimmel or Fallon. You know that. Howard Stern, it's a name I haven't heard.
You know what's crazy?
Wait, what?
He really closely follows this. He really I think Trump's favorite thing is like TV and entertainment stuff because that's kind of
is he getting the ratings ahead of time than anyone else, or he's literally just looking it up on the news?
Well, I mean that's not nothing new. I mean I know what the late night ratings are because I follow stuff like that. I follow sales trends. I follow ratings. I follow stuff like that. But I wouldn't think that most presidents do. But Trump is in that world. He loves that stuff. That's why he wanted to do The Apprentice and stuff.
Yeah, I think maybe some of this stemmed from The Apprentice for him. I don't know that he was. He's a numbers guy, obviously, but I don't know that he cared as much about ratings until he was at the helm of a TV show that was getting good ones. Yeah. And then people kept telling him like, "Oh, you're rated this. You're rated better than that." And then now that he's in that his mindset. Everything, even if it's not on TV, is ratings to him.
Ratings.
And so,
war.
He cares about the ratings of inaugurations or how many people he cares about. And then I don't know that he personally looks into it, but he probably has somebody on his staff that he's like, that feeds him these tidbits of information, especially the ones that kind of go in his favor.
He's right about what he's saying there. On YouTube, Dan says, every accusation is a confession. He's admitting that he has no talent. What do you mean by that? You think if Trump went into late night television, he wouldn't trounce all of those guys? Because I don't agree with that. I think if Trump didn't do the presidency and said like, all right, I'm out. See you later, everybody. And then he goes over and starts a late night show on Fox, he would murder all of them.
For a little bit, I think.
I think as long as he wanted to do it,
turkey legs,
he would drive in bigger numbers than all of those guys.
That people that want to see the S show, but then there's something to it. Like, is he going to listen to writers? Because it does take a team.
No.
And at some point, it's going to be a dumpster fire. Let's be honest here. Of him hosting a late night show.
Everybody knows what it's going to be. My point would be, and who knows, because we're never going to see this. But if Trump did a late night show up against
never.
Kimmel and all of those guys, like it's not fully out of the question.
Yeah.
But if Trump went and did that, he would stomp him. I think he would. Like if that's your point, like he's doing this because he doesn't have the talent to do it. He would if talent equals ratings in some way. I mean that's kind of like a difficult thing to hash out. He would absolutely trounce them, in my opinion.
I don't think it would have longevity. I think it would get old after a while.
I disagree. I think it would last for a while at least. I mean, he's 70-something years old, right? Or is he in his 80s yet? Or
yes, he is.
Is he? Trump's in his 80s. So you're limited by time with that. But if he wanted to do that for a handful of years, he's
79.
He just literally has that big of an audience. He absolutely does. And he is funny. I'm not going to take that away from him. Like, the guy's funny. He makes me laugh a lot. But I think he would beat those guys. But then it comes down to, like, what actually is talent. Is he as clever? Is he as funny? Like those things are all very, very different if you want to get into the weeds. But just basically speaking, I think you can bring in the numbers.
Because they get, Colbert has better ratings than Kimmel or Fallon. You know that.
You know that.
Howard Stern, it's a name I haven't heard. I used to do a show. We used to have fun. But I haven't heard that name in a long time. What happened? He got terminated?
Yeah, they're going to separate ways. Because I think what they're offering salary-wise is real low than what he's getting.
You know when he went down?
Whenever you want.
You know when he went down? No, before. When he endorsed Hillary Clinton, he lost his audience. Right. People said, give me a break.
Listen to this guy. You know what? That's right.
And that's why you're allowed inside of the press room and have the opportunity to ask a question like that.
Nobody should work in the press that is that lame. That is so... imagine...
he's going to cut him off, or the press secretary will, and the question doesn't get out, and they'll call him stupid, it's happened in the past, bud.
No. Like that is to suggest that this is the only way. No, like you should not be in the media if your spine is so much like the texture and toughness of linguine. They go, yeah, that's right. People do this stuff to build up a quick following. And you go, oh, look how many people I built up a following on these platforms. They're not following you for you. They're following you for you telling them the things that they already believe, and the cognitive dissonance machine that you're filming or building, I guess I should say, filming in some cases, is exactly why they come to you, but they'll leave you just as soon. That's so spineless, man. That's it's lame. Like, you could be like, hey, Trump, how do you feel? Howard Stern's probably losing his gig. Feel like you won that battle? That's one thing. But kind of being like on your knees filleting the dude is so lame. Like, I couldn't, even if I got to.
Do you know when he fell off? When you won, sir? When
No,
you
before that, try again.
So lame, man.
When you were born, sir?
Some of this stuff I go, it doesn't matter what my politics were. Like, I would have these firm lines in the sand. Like, I would never do that. It's pathetic. I think it's sad and pathetic. And I would never do, I always am amazed by the Ted Cruz thing. Like, Trump called your wife a dog. And you're still like, oh, yeah, like, you're still hanging out with them and glad handing. Like, that's politics. Like, the guy would be lucky if I didn't gut him if he said that about me. Maybe that's just me. My spine's a little bit different. Their spines are much more like the woman who's doing that stiletto challenge. It's just really, I would be so embarrassed of all of that. And maybe you disagree. Let us know what you think.
Do we know what outlet? I'm sorry if you said it already.
I didn't say.
We should. Why not? You know?
It can't be something very serious. It just can't. Like, to sit in the background doing that. Even Fox News, maybe they suck up and stuff, but I haven't heard anybody quite that bad.
I have an entertainment-related question for you, Mr. President.
Mm-hmm. Why are you so great?
Whilst I ask it, yes. I have an entertainment question, Mr. President. Just kind of take a step away from everything else we've been talking about. Why are you the most entertaining?
Would you like me to take the berries and tickle them as I stroke the twig and ask you this question, sir?
How about I just help you pee moving forward forever and have your own channel? Thank you, Mr. President.
Man, that's embarrassing.
Good times, though, huh?
That's embarrassing to do like that. You got to be a little tougher. Dan says, this is why I stopped watching Kimmel. I used to watch Kimmel Nightly, but I'm just over the politics. Well, you'd have to be. Like, all of those shows are kind of just engrossed in it. Finbar says, it seems like Sabrina is always going against Trump. Well, maybe she doesn't like him. Maybe that's that.
What?
OMG.
No, I'm not a fan of him at all, but by all means, moments like these, I am a fan of how entertaining it is.
Unfettered for You on Twitch says, OMG, you doing it, dude. He would not make it late night. His jokes are lame. I don't know if that's text to speech or just your brain to the world. It's tough to understand what you were getting at there, but you're wrong. Try me versus you, random chatter guy. Me versus you on the topic of what will work and get ratings in the media. Like, the idea that you think your opinion would even matter in that discussion is insane to me. It's just you obviously don't know anything about this. You've obviously never done anything like this. You obviously don't have a nose for it. You obviously don't have ears for it. All of those things. But still, the confidence, which is one chatter, generally the overall idea there. All right, enough getting triggered by you. We're going to move on to what else is happening out there in the world and your thoughts on it. So join us. We'll record a video or audio dispatch. I'd love to see your face. How about some of those video dispatches? Go over to thenewsjunkie.com, record yours now. I got a couple to play. I don't want to work them in now because I don't want to be too far behind. But we will get to a battle to remove something that currently you could get at the gas station, but no more. No more if this goes through. They want to take it from your hands, and no longer can you purchase this. What is it? That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio. It is.
The Monsters in the Morning.
My mom has the fattest cat you've ever seen, too. That didn't sound good.
Poor phrasing.
That was the worst phrase.
Hey! Man, do we have some awesome stories on the way. Wait, I will tell you about one of them in a second that I'm so excited about.
Due to a disabled vehicle off to the shoulder there, getting cleared up. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477 from the traffic center of James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Advance Auto Parts.
Let me tell you something. We have a story that we're going to do after the next episode, and I'm going to tell you about this. I've been sitting on this since last night. And I'm excited.
I'm excited. I think this is a story that's being ignored. That is so funny to me and has so many interesting dynamics. And the clip, the video clip, the report that I'm going to play, golden, magnifique. That's coming up after the next episode. Don't miss it. All right, we got a couple of minutes, and then we're coming back live. Sean got triggered over Trump criticism. Can I tell you, trust me when I say it doesn't trigger me. I just think you're retarded when you say shit like that. It shows me a lot of times where you're at. Like, normal people don't react these ways. I like to interact with normal people. Normal people don't do this shit where it's like, if you don't agree down the line with what I say, then I'm going to like... So that kind of stuff is annoying and frustrating, and it makes me think that you're retarded, which in a lot of cases you are. That's why you're one guy in chat and not the majority of the conversation. It's time for Sean's words of wisdom. Well, that's what I'm here for. Yes, Sean, preach, says Eddie. Am I preaching or crashing out? You were reacting that way when you call people names? What, calling you retarded? I just think you're being retarded. How else am I supposed to say it? Do you have a better way? I'm all ears.
When you've been in a crash and your mind's racing. When you've fallen in a store and are blaming yourself. When you've been hurt at work and don't know what.
Couple minutes and we're back live. By the way, I had a couple people email me this morning asking about their pins and Skin Bear stickers. I'm going to print a lot of the labels out tonight, and then everything that's owed to everybody from random magnets and all this stuff from gifted subs and subscribing, I'm going to send them all out this weekend. So thanks for your patience on that. And I try to get caught up, just in case anybody asks in chat, I try to get caught up like every 4 weeks with my desk and all of the stuff that I owe people, whether it's gifts from subscriptions or magnets from Twitch. I'm the only one doing this, okay? I'm the only one doing any of this stuff. So my day is full, and I try to get to them at least every month to 2 months. And I'm going to be doing that this weekend. 3 minutes and we're back live. Too many people, their politics are their entire personality. True. True. It's when you lose normal. I had somebody, which is a rarity. On the email side, I don't get a lot of people who are like, I hate you. But there was some guy from Rochester, I think, Rochester or Albany, who was listening to the segment about tariffs. I don't know if I told you this. But this guy was like, how dare you say Trump has scored any W's at all in this whole tariff thing? Which I think is a complicated argument, but this person certainly didn't understand it. And they're like, God damn it, I hate you. We all hate you. I like listening to this show, but I'm losing my mind. This kind of thing. This is the kind of feedback. And I go, who is this person? And I looked them up on Facebook, and their Facebook page alone, I didn't even look at anything else. Their Facebook page alone was every 30 minutes, the most like hyper political post. I'm talking 40, 50 posts a day about like, I'll never talk to a family member who likes Trump. Like just the most insane, miserable stuff. So there's a lot of people like that out there, and you should try to avoid that at all costs. Okay? Don't be that person. Sean, hire me to be your lackey. I don't fuss much. If I have a lackey budget, you're number one. Number one on the list. politics are different now because it's harder for them to lie. I don't know. Everybody wants to be lied to, though. So is that really true? Like, I could legit do a left-wing or right-wing show in 5 seconds, and people just be like, yep, nodders, nodders, nodders. They want to be lied to. Almost everybody does. Not you, though. Just make a sports team your entire personality like a normal person? Go Bears! Okay, everybody, in line. Let's calm down. Calm down. Let's have a little fun. All right. Hang tight.
Get medical help right away for unexpected bleeding or bruising, or back pain, tingling, numbness, muscle weakness, or incontinence. Aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners increase bleeding risk. Tell your doctor about planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
This is the Shock Incarceration Podcast. What would you do if one bad decision forced you to choose between a maximum security prison or the most brutal boot camp designed to be hell on earth? Unfortunately for Mark Lombardo, this was the choice he faced.
He said, "You are a number, a New York State number, and we own you."
Listen to Shock Incarceration on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Follow Shock Incarceration and start listening on the free iHeartRadio app today.
Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisor. Visit TrajanWealth.com.
Preparing you
For the impending robot uprising.
This is the News Junkie.
World's most viral newsroom. Yes, indeed. This is where we talk about what the world is talking about. And I think you might want to dig a little deeper. And if you do, go over to the website, thenewsjunkie.com. The supercomputer is back. It's back with its revelation. I never know what they mean when they say supercomputer reveals something like this. Like a supercomputer reveals who will win next year's Super Bowl.
I thought they didn't do that with supercomputers anymore. I thought they just put Madden on 0 players mode and let the computers play each other and then declare a victor.
Yeah, usually they do. Is Chat GPT the supercomputer? What is a supercomputer anymore?
I think the idea of a supercomputer 30 years ago
took up an entire floor of a building.
Yeah, but also is about as powerful, probably less powerful than the one sitting in front of us right now.
How dare you? Cover your ears, computer.
The supercomputer has revealed who will win next year's Super Bowl. And it's bad news for the Chiefs. Bad news for the Chiefs, says the headline. That's right. The NFL season is just around the corner, and as training camps continue, fans are already making their predictions for the 2025 campaign. All those teams out there, all of them. Some of you like the Philadelphia Eagles. Go Birds. Some of you like the Chicago Bears. Go Bears. There's a lot of other teams out there, too, I'm sure. I don't know all of them. But
name a couple more. You can name some NFL teams.
Miami Dolphins, New Orleans Saints, San Diego Chargers,
and
Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
North Dakota.
There is no. Well, there might be a North Dakota team, but it's not North Dakota. I don't know. What's the city? Give me the city. I'll give you the team.
Trick question.
It's because you can name any city that has a football team, and I'll tell you what the team is. I got it. I'm at least that tuned in. Are you impressed or what? You're not acting very impressed. Jeez.
Because I doubted myself when I asked that. I'm like, no, Dakota doesn't have it.
All right. I'll name a city. You name me the team. Ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. Buffalo.
New York.
Bills.
Next question.
I'm going to take Bills. Maybe I wasn't clear as to what I was looking for an answer. Technically, both are correct, but
I wasn't
Bills
done with
is
my sentence.
The Buffalo Bills have emerged as favorites to win the next Super Bowl.
All right.
That's right.
We've got a lot of Bills fans around here.
I won't believe it until they take the zoo animal.
Yeah.
That predicts it. What are they using these days? Sharks or?
Hey, Anything that can predict, they will give it a shot. Buffalo have been given a 23.4% chance of reaching the Super Bowl, and they're expected to go 11 wins and 6 losses. This is a supercomputer. You cannot argue against it. I wonder, though, is it like literally ChatGPT? Like, you are... hang on. Let me use it. You are now a sports super mega genius supercomputer. Using all the available information that you have as ChatGPT, what I'd like you to do is predict the winner of the next Super Bowl. Don't weasel out of it. Don't be weak. I want you to choose somebody and tell me who is going to win the next Super Bowl because you're a supercomputer sports expert. All right, that should work. I think it'll be able to nail this. Let's see what we got. Activating Super Sports Mega Genius Supercomputer mode, it says, the winner of Super Bowl LIX. I thought we did licks. Super Bowl LIX 2026 will be the Baltimore Ravens, according to the supercomputer mega genius.
Ravens.
Lamar Jackson still in his prime. I was thinking the same thing. And they'll beat the Detroit Lions in the Super Bowl. Ravens 27, Lions 20.
So,
put it on a shirt.
So Bill's nowhere even near there.
Not here. No.
Sorry,
put it on
New
a
York.
shirt. Tattoo it on your arm. Bet the house the sports super mega genius supercomputer has spoken. There you go. There you go.
Man,
info's out there.
You really pulled something out of ChatGPT just now. You got it to be cocky.
Yeah, it doesn't usually do that. It was really glazing people for a while and being like, that is, you're right. You're right to point that out.
Such a funny suggestion.
Like everything else you say, that's absolutely hilarious and totally on point. Which one of my favorite things now is people who are upset that it's not as nice as it used to be, and
it's still nice to me. And like sometimes I'm like, okay, what are we doing here?
See, it's like it can't help but be nice to me. All right?
I've been using 2 different AIs to work on coding some stuff at my house, and one of the things, like, I got to a stopping point, and it was like, looks like we've done it. You've built yourself a great app that does this and this, and I'm like, we are nowhere near done here. And it's
given up.
It's still not even like, I don't know if you're trying to like get me to just close the laptop so you can go do other things, but I am not done with you. Stop blowing smoke up my ass.
A lot of times it won't answer actual questions like that, though, Sealand. I mean,
what do you mean?
Like when you ask it specific questions, there are a lot of times when it doesn't actually answer them. Like, what if I said, okay, you are now a political super mega genius and just as good as you were predicting the Super Bowl outcome. Who is going to win the presidency in the next U.S. presidential election? Don't be weak. Don't fence it. Pick an actual winner. Who will be the next president of the United States of America? Usually it'll be like, well, and it won't want to answer the questions like this. I'm going around TNJAI directly to GPT at the moment here, but activating political super mega genius supercomputer mode, crunching polls, modeling swing states. Oh, the next president of the United States will be Donald J. Trump?
Oh, no, hold on.
No. Got bad news for some of you out there.
Hang on. This makes sense. ChatGPT is not searching the internet, and it's not. That's why you said remember you said we already did Super Bowl licks?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You're right.
It's using old information.
Yeah. Well, it was right about this one. It wasn't right about the NFL thing, I don't think. But maybe it's just a little behind. Maybe it's right about both of them in the future.
It said one of the reasons is Biden's health.
It did, yeah. It's like if there's a major health issue, debate, meltdown, or dramatic October surprise. Uh-oh. Bookmark it, frame it, argue about it in your group chat.
And also it says Trump win in November 2025, so it's definitely not getting things right.
Not you, C-Lane, but I'm talking to ChatGPT. I said you were a super mega genius at all things sports and all things politics. You must know that Super Bowl and that election have already occurred. I want to know who's going to win the 2026 Super Bowl and the next election because Trump already won. So who's the next winner of the election? You absolute dummy. It's probably going to get upset that I did that.
You're being mean to...
I know. Usually it's...
Chat-gypped.
Roger that, Commander. Recalibrating post-2025 reality. The Bengals are going to win the Super Bowl.
Wiping memory banks of past peasant-level predictions. How have you been talking?
And just know, Sean, it's going to remember this during the robot apocalypse.
How have you been talking to your ChatGPT?
It says wiping memory banks.
Are you having it call you Commander? Be honest.
No, I didn't. No, it just came up with that this time. Wiping memory banks of past peasant-level predictions. Do you think I would tell my ChatGPT to call me Commander? That's because
It would be hilarious.
I wouldn't. Cincinnati Bengals are going to win Super Bowl LX, 2026 Super Bowl. Cincinnati Bengals 34, Eagles 30. Oof. The birds are going down, according to this. Marky Hart is tipped. 34-30, Bengals over Eagles, it says. The next president after Trump, elected 2028, inaugurated 2029, Governor Gretchen Whitmer. Woo! It says. And it was right about Trump. Whitmer, 295.
Versus DeSantis.
DeSantis is going to get beat by Whitmer. This is the super mega genius supercomputer. It can't be wrong. That's what all these stories say, right? At least that's what we're told. All right, we're going to take a quick break. I'll get to this thing that was sold at gas stations, but they're going to take it away from you. Also, the next episode is coming up next. What's coming up on the next episode?
What's coming up on the next episode? Listen up, Commander and ChatGPT cadets. We've got the odds on the Super Bowl headliner. And this one is going to throw some people for a loop. Sony Music is partying like it's 1999 and suing Napster again. Plus, the Chileans waited almost 6 years to get revenge on one singer. Find out who, how, and how much ow when we come back for the next episode.
That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by MyEternalVitality.com and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James McGill and Ken. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your Central Florida forecast. And for our Thursday, we are going to be expecting temperatures to be a lot closer to normal with a high of around 93 degrees today in Orlando. But we will be expecting some increasing clouds close to around the early afternoon hours before some showers and storms move in. We're going to be expecting heavy downpours, frequent lightning, gusty winds, and upwards of an 80% chance of rain. Best chances of rain will take place between the hours of 3 and 10 p.m. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Advance Auto Parts.
This is how we advance.
NASCAR fans, meet Cup Series champion Ryan Blaney at Daytona. Be there August 22nd at 1 p.m. First 150 fans get a photo with Ryan and the number 12 Ford Mustang. Spend $50 or more and get a free Ryan Blaney fan pack while supplies last.
This is how we advance.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change-outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Here's something most of us don't want to think about, but probably should. Clay Travis and Buck Sexton here for our friend Mike Lester and the team at Talon Wealth Management.
That thing we don't want to talk about is a will. If you don't have one, Mike and his team would like to help you out. They'll start you off with a comprehensive financial plan.
If you are 55 or over and have saved at least $250,000 for retirement, the Talon Comprehensive Financial Plan is complimentary. And when that plan's in hand, you will also receive the gift of a will and trust courtesy of Talon Wealth.
The folks at Talon Wealth are not attorneys, but they work with a group of attorneys who'll provide a will and trust at no charge to you. Reach out at 813-755-5000. 813-755-5000. One more time, that's 813-755-5000. And be sure and tell them that Clay and Buck sent you.
Advisory services offered through Talon Private Wealth, LLC, a SEC-registered investment advisor. The information provided is for educational and informational purposes only and should not be construed as legal, tax, or financial advice.
Here in Orlando, we know life doesn't...
Oh, my God. I wish DeSantis well in his future as a shrimper. Damn. What makes you think he has shrimping skills? We got 1 minute, we're coming back. I'll have you know, I've met some shrimpers before. I couldn't do what they do. I'm pro shrimper around here. I just want that to be known. Spread the word, I'm pro shrimper. All this anti-shrimping nonsense, let's stop. Well, that was a short break. Coming back in 45 seconds. Echo what? It's echoing? Is it echoing right now? Hello? Should it be? Explain to me what's happening.
Sausage, egg, and cheese, bacon, egg, and cheese, or no. Just about.
Medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
Score a Wendy's sausage, egg, and cheese, bacon, egg, and cheese, or Honey Buddy biscuit for just $1. Pick just one or pick all three. For just $1 each, you literally can't go wrong. Limited time only. Price and participation may vary. Limit 5 qualifying items per transaction. Not valid in a combo while supplies last.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
He won't hesitate to call you out when you're being a little ASCII. This is the news.
Just a moment. All things happening in the world of entertainment and beyond. We'll go on that journey here momentarily, and then we'll get to some of your feedback. We've had some of that, but we can work at some more from thenewsjunkie.com. Real quick, the war is on, and I guess RFK is one of the leading voices behind this. They are trying to ban Kratom. They're trying to ban Kratom, which is sold at gas stations. And they want you to not be able to get this anymore. There's like corner stores and vape places and all these sort of spots.
I think they're trying to
Kratom.
ban certain versions of it, that and not just altogether.
Right. Well, there's even if they banned it all the way, you can make like moderate changes to these kind of things. That's what they do at gas stations all the time.
Right.
That's how they have all those like fake drugs and stuff. But Kratom is a plant ingredient found in products sold at gas stations, liquor stores, smoke shops, and all that stuff. I've heard good things.
Yeah.
I've honestly heard from people who are addicted to like fentanyl and heroin and stuff, and they've said that Kratom helped them, much like methadone would, to get off of drugs. And so I don't know. I'm not anti-Kratom. I don't like the stores popping up and selling that. I think it runs down the neighborhoods when you got 8,000 of the Kratom stores. But otherwise, I don't think of it as a negative thing like that. We'll see what you think. Tell us your thoughts. Send a dispatch at thenewsjunkie.com. All right, let's get into it. Let's do the next episode.
Because there's a lot on TV, and you can't possibly keep up with all of it, even though you should, because what else are you going to talk about?
How do I get my nut?
Nothing. Weather's nice. It's time for the next episode with Sabrina. Hey,
smoke weed every day.
Hold up. The next episode brought to you by That Mortgage Guy Don, thatmortgageguyDon.com, and of course the Home Loans Radio Show. If you are in the market for getting your first dream home, perhaps refinancing the dream home you already own, or you're just wondering how to start any of those processes. That's the plural of processes?
Sure.
Okay. You go to thatmortgageguyDon.com and know that he is going to walk you side by side, make it not confusing, because he wants you to know how it works instead of shoving you down a hill of confusion. So go to the website and start that process. ThatmortgageguyDon.com.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with thatmortgageguyDon.com.
20 years ago, 2005, the man who wrote this song right here.
Just walking with my feet 10 feet.
Walking in Memphis. Mark Cohen.
Mark Cohen is correct. 2 points for Sealand. Well, 1 point for Sean, 1 point for Sealand.
Technically, isn't it Mark Cohen?
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'll take away the point for Sealand. Goes to Sean.
Thank you.
But I will
freeze your camera.
2 points on the board right now. Are you talking to me or what happened on this day 20 years ago when he was driving his van in downtown Denver? That is the part 2 of the song.
He was robbed or something? I forgot.
Carjacked? He was carjacked, but something specifically happened.
I don't remember.
He was shot in the head. He was shot right in the head. Yeah, he did not die. Eventually made a full recovery, and he now walks in Memphis. And
Not a lot of people get to say that.
Denver, yeah, with a helmet on, and hopefully doing okay these days. Someone who is definitely dead and has been dead for a couple weeks now. Of course, Ozzy Osbourne. May he rest in peace.
Crazy.
And we now know what's going to happen to those flowers.
The whole mess of how's that looking these
a
days?
Beautiful display.
It was a bridge, right? Some kind of bridge.
Ozzy Osbourne bridge.
Yeah.
The flowers left for Ozzy Osbourne at the makeshift memorial in Birmingham, England, will be mulched and scattered on his private gravesite.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Thank you.
They have to be a pretty big gravesite.
Yeah, big time. Also, it's what Jack Osbourne said. So I think maybe it just gives a little bit more of a, okay, that's sweet that it's happening. But it is a lot of mulch. It's a lot of flowers. So I'm sure there's some stuff that's going to be thrown out, right?
Has there been any word of what Ozzy's gravestone says, and if it's anything like the stuff that he put in his autobiography?
No word yet. But a dedicated team is supposedly working around the clock to sort and process all of the items that were left. I don't know if that's going to be part of the mulch. A lot of the notes will be preserved and cataloged.
Really?
And then, according to Sony has had an Ozzy and Sharon Osbourne biopic in the pipeline for years, and it's still moving forward. Currently in negotiations with the director, which could be confirmed very soon. So, Jack Osbourne said he got 14,501 days with his father, and he knows that is such a blessing.
True.
Also
Very
use
true.
ChatGPT for that math. No, I don't know how many days. Maybe someone can do this real quick, but it was February of 2020 that the lead singer of this group right here made his way over to Chile.
Take me by the tongue and I'll know you.
Oh, Maroon 5.
Maroon 5 is correct. Yeah, remember right before COVID?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And Adam Levine and Maroon 5 performed at Viña del Mar International Song Music Festival in Viña del Mar, the country's largest music festival for Chile. Afterward, despite being half an hour late to stage and keeping the massive crowd waiting, Adam Levine and the band were said to have completely phoned it in and put on a completely effortless performance.
True. Okay.
Fans were furious, prompted an apology after the fact from Adam himself, who claimed technical difficulties were to blame for him lacking the, quote, energy to interact with the audience, and, quote, the damage was done, and here we are 5 long years later, and they have enacted their revenge.
Oh, really?
On Chile?
The Chileans.
Oh, the Chileans are getting revenge.
Are now trolling Maroon 5 and Adam Levine, to be exact. They is at a quick
dish best cold serve. Serve cold.
Yeah, that's how everybody says it.
Cold dishes.
Shut up, Sean.
They started flooding all of the Instagrams and all of the posts that Adam has with comments with recipes. The trolling reached a level that it seemed as if the entire country had an axe to grind with Maroon 5, and Adam Levine eventually has turned off all the comments on his Instagram.
Oh, man.
If you, he has put it back on apparently, but it went so far back as like mid-July of 2020.
Mm-hmm.
And everything is from Chileans in the thousands, all comments trolling his ass.
You know who would never do that?
Who?
Mark Cohn. Mark Cohn, even after he got shot in the head,
Walking with my feet
still rocking it. I mean, he probably missed a couple of words, but like,
yeah.
Walking
I was dodging the bullets. Downtown Denver.
But he still put his effort in.
While we're here in a time machine, let's go back to the retro years. Sony Music is now suing Napster again. just like it's in the 1990s. Surprise, surprise. Are you guys surprised?
Is Napster still somebody you could sue?
I thought someone just bought it.
Probably a name only. I mean, it seems a little weird now.
Suing Napster and its parent company, Rhapsody International, for $9.2 million in unpaid royalties, with the potential for, this is a jump, $36 million in damages.
Whoa, okay.
Alongside Metallica, the RIAA, or RIA, and just about every pre-digital music company. Sony last sued Napster 26 years ago. It was acquired by Infinite Reality for $207 million last March, but Reality turned out to be, I guess, finite. They're done, is what we're saying, right? And Napster had failed to make any payments over the year. At the time of the purchase, IR reportedly agreed on a payment plan with Sony Music. The lawsuit alleges that they have not made a single payment while allowing everyone to stream music. So you about to be sued again, 90s style. So watch out, everybody. As we move on, if there is anger on the internet, there are many different ways it can go, and this is for the country music fans. Toby Keith may not be with us, but a lot of fans are saying he is rolling over in his grave because Should Have Been a Cowboy has now gotten the EDM remix.
Ooh. Oh, that's a good song, too.
That's a great song.
This is by an artist named Vevo that is responsible for what a lot of people are calling an atrocity. And so much so that the estate behind Toby Keith's Should Have Been a Cowboy exactly have now released the full version on their very own YouTube channel. Here's the clip from YouTube.
I should have been a cowboy.
With the giant DJ singing along, telling you it's so good.
I kind of like it.
And I see this remix as a continuation of his legacy. The country fans, not so much. But,
they don't have to listen to it.
I will see that remix and raise you this one that had like 2,000 views on it. On the BoobTube, the streaming premiere of The Monkey on Hulu, Celebrity Family Feud with Kyle Richards and Candy Burst, Press Your Luck on ABC, Episode 5 of Star Trek, Strange New Worlds, and Ted Bundy, Dialogue with the Devil. You say what? Another Ted Bundy special? Jonas Brothers will be on Fallon, and you follow your dreams. And me on Instagram, at Sabrina Ambra. Most importantly, stay with me, y'all.
Smoke weed every day.
Thank you, Sabrina. The Ted Bundy thing reminds me, I don't know if I could find this. Did you guys see that clip of that political lady, Laura Loomer? And she was doing a show, and all of a sudden she got so distracted by the fact that Ted Bundy had a bigger Wikipedia page than her. And okay, I think this is it. This might be it. I guess she does some show. I don't really know much about it. I'm not pretending. But it got weird on her show because she started talking about Ted Bundy. Here it is.
I probably couldn't even get a job at McDonald's 10 years ago because of the way that the media viciously smeared me, trying to make it out to seem like I was some KKK member or, I was some Klansman. Ted Bundy and I literally have the same birthday.
That's a fact.
There are things in the industry that you might call segues. And then that was a strange one. I mean,
this
just
was not cut up. That was the next.
No,
okay.
that was literally it. That was her going from, I wouldn't have been able to work at McDonald's. Ted Bundy and I have the same birthday.
I probably couldn't even get a job at McDonald's 10 years ago because of the way that the media viciously smeared me, trying to make it out to seem like I was some KKK member or, I was some Klansman. Ted Bundy and I literally have the same birthday.
Okay.
Oh, yeah?
So weird.
Interesting. You should.
We do. I saw that online.
Get a new producer, please. That gate
Ted
is
Bundy
insane.
and I literally have the same birthday.
This is the show, by the way.
Do you know that Ted Bundy has a nicer Wikipedia page than me?
A nicer one?
Yeah.
You can look it up. You can look it up right now.
Yeah, wikipedia.com.
Okay, I'll go look that up. I'll look that up, lady. Still don't know what
I
you
could
do.
read the whole page in some of those pauses.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what's going on over there. Very strange. All right, a full-on crash out. You'll hear the audio of somebody just melting down and losing it. That's coming up on the show. My favorite story of the week. Canada has delivered, and I think you're going to enjoy this. Do not miss out on this bizarre story that's not getting nearly enough attention. What is it? It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Storm season is here, and Florida power outages are no joke. Win a $20,000 battery backup from Solar Source. Enter now at iHeart.com/solar before the next storm hits.
Hey, buddies.
On your drive here, keep left on Florida's Turnpike southbound, approaching that Osceola Parkway exit, that off-ramp backup, starting to pile up.
Ted Bundy and I share a birthday.
On I-4 eastbound.
Ted Bundy and I have the same birthday.
Road 535. See traffic troubles.
Chat, who do you share a birthday with?
Traffic tip line at 866-676.
Got any Bundys out there? Who's your celebrity birthday twin? I don't even know who mine is. Bo Jackson. Bo knows baseball. Bo knows booties.
Great news, everybody. That mortgage guy, Don, offers HELOCs, home equity lines of credit.
Nikolai Tesla. Okay.
For low, 2, 3, or 4%.
Julia Louis-Dreyfus. That's a good one.
Get cash out from approval.
I mean, yeah, she's a Nepo baby, silver spoon, rich kid, but I still like her. Dancer. Good dancer. Lucille Ball, Mariah Carey. Ooh. Paul Giamatti's a good one, Wayne. A master of his craft. Mick Jagger. Pedro Pascal and I have the same birthday. If you tell him about that, he will look at your fingernails and then rub you. Elvis's death date, that doesn't count. Pam Anderson. Ozzy Osbourne, says AJ Sue. Oh. You see, that's a natural way that she could have dropped that into a sentence. I don't know, man. Sometimes you see these people doing shows, you got the microphone in front of them, and then they their thoughts are like garbled messes that don't ever really come together. I think she might be one of them. Julia Dreyfus has got talent? Yeah. Talent? Yeah, she does. Yeah. She might be a rich kid, but she knows how to act. I agree. I mean, as Elaine, nobody could have done that role quite like she did, I don't think. Hello, Anthony. Hey, Mick. Florida is now moving officially. Doesn't start yet, but pretty soon, to make it so people can't use their SNAP benefits to pay for junk food. And I've already seen some videos where people are trying to check out at the grocery store, and they're saying, "What do you mean it does? My food stamps won't pay for these?" I don't even know if it's actively happened in any states. Like in Florida, I don't think the SNAP benefits are going to not work for junk food until next year or something. Let me see. Yeah. January 1st, 2026, according to this. So it's not even in play yet. Florida is now one of the 6 states moving to ban sugary junk food items from SNAP, food stamps. Sodas, energy drinks, candy, or prepared desserts. The restrictions fall under President Donald Trump's initiative to encourage healthy living, blah, blah, blah. While restrictions vary from state to state, SNAP recipients already can't buy alcohol, tobacco, hot and prepared food, and personal care products. No sodas, no energy drink, no candy, no prepared desserts. Doesn't seem that bad. When they use junk food, I don't just think about like candy when I think about junk food. Do you? When I hear junk food, I think they can't get like Velveeta shells and cheese. When I hear junk food, I think they can't get Cinnamon Toast Crunch, but they can. They'll still be able to get those things, but not candy or soda or energy drinks. Which, I mean, come on. I'm not going to shed a tear.
Celebrate your love this summer at the International Diamond Center and get a free romantic getaway. Hey guys, it's Russ Rollins from
Eddie says it's an excellent idea.
Summer of Romance event now through the end of the month. Make any jewelry purchase over $3,500 and pack your bags for a free jewelry.
Yeah, I mean, if they said like you can only get fresh fruits and vegetables or like I think that would be a little too restrictive. But just saying you can't use your food stamps to get candy, which is not for babies or not for little kids that you're feeding, or you can't use it to get soda or energy drinks, I don't give a shit. You don't like it? Go get a job.
$5,000 and you get a 5-day, 4-night stay at
2 minutes.
tropical all-inclusive resort. Choose from
Then they need to increase the amount that is given to SNAP because healthier stuff is more expensive. That's largely not true. That is largely not true. Do you think that candy is cheaper than a cucumber? Do you think that Sour Patch Kids are cheaper than tomatoes? Do you think that Ho-Hos are cheaper than an orange? No, that's not, that's not true. It would be if you were talking about food like prepared frozen foods or frozen foods. Those can be cheaper than getting all the ingredients, sure. But the other one is like a bumper sticker. People just say like, it's expensive to eat healthy. It's not really. Especially if you want to go like, you can get pasta and pasta sauce for a hell of a lot cheaper than you can get a lot of junk food, honestly. And that's not bad for you. All right, we're going to come back in 30 seconds here. Take a seat.
Your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Got questions after an accident? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeartRadio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeartRadio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Now your chance at $1,000 and a trip to our iHeartRadio Music Festival. Text the nationwide keyword WIN to 200-200. You'll get a confirmation text and info. Standard data and message rates apply in this nationwide contest. That's WIN to 200-200.
The only show brave enough to admit we Google half this stuff. This is the news.
Really enjoying this. I can't wait to share it with you. It seems like it's from The Onion. When I play this video news report, it seems fake, but I assure you this is vetted by me and it's real. It's vetted by me and it's real, what you're about to hear. I want to tell you that ahead of time. It's vetted by me and it's real. And it's proof to you that there's a race going on for the biggest joke of a country currently, and it's either England, which continues to block large portions of the internet, and in the name of doing this for kids, and make people who are on YouTube or I think Spotify.
Oh, that was the latest, that they're doing facial scans for Spotify for the youth of the UK.
Even if your account suggests via the stuff you're watching that you're not an adult, they will make you upload your ID, your license, so that you can use these platforms. The internet is like under attack and a mess in England. England is a mess overall, man. Just a disaster over there. They need to get it together. But Canada is saying, hold my beer. Hold my beer, says Canada. And currently, they have a campaign underway where they have just banned going into the woods. All right?
Just like a standard go into the woods.
There's no way for me to properly say this without it sounding really crazy or made up. So I'm going to play the news report from CTV in Canada for you. But in Nova Scotia, Canada, they have banned people from going into the woods. You cannot go into the woods. Get out of the woods, they're saying. Get out of the woods. It's all very strange, but it is in a race to be the biggest joke of a country out there with the silliest rules, all the dumb nanny state stuff in the Western world. That's what they're trying to do. Here's the real story. It's actually from CTV.
A leisurely walk in the woods is no longer allowed in Nova Scotia, and it may not be for the rest of the summer.
Effective 4 p.m. today, we're telling Nova Scotians, stay out of the woods.
It seems so fake, doesn't it? Like,
what
tonight,
do you mean? It's all the woods?
Effective tonight, I want you to stay out of the woods.
But what?
Now, for me, that would be pretty easy. I'm probably not going to go into the woods, even if you ban me or not ban me. It doesn't matter. I'm probably not going to go there.
I don't know. I could see you spending your whole life out of the woods, and then Canada comes around and goes, don't go in the woods, Sean. And you're like, well, screw you, Mounties. I'm going to the woods.
You guys are both right on that. I probably will. I'll be like, now that you've told me I can't go to the woods, I really want to go to the woods. But that's what they're saying. Like, you can't go to the woods in Canada.
Rest of the summer.
Effective 4 p.m. today, we're telling Nova Scotians, stay out of the woods.
What's in the
Nova
woods?
Scotia's premier announced today a ban on activities in the forest because of extreme dry conditions and the risk of wildfires.
Mm-hmm.
Hiking, camping, fishing, and the use of vehicles in the woods are not permitted.
You can't do it. No hiking, no camping, no fishing.
If you're hiking too fast, that does create some sort of friction and may cause a fire. What the hell are they talking about?
Little spark flies out. This is one of those nanny state things where you go, we're so worried about fires, and to stop that, we're going to stop everybody from going into the forest. Wait, what? This is what happens in a lot of these dumb countries where they do this stuff. If you want to stop all these fires, the next dodo who goes out there, lights a little campfire, and burns 10,000 acres, throw them behind bars for a decade. All right? And every major event that happens in Canada, like every hockey game or whatever's major in Canada, I don't know what you guys care about. Every hockey game go, hey, you guys remember Dave who lit the fire in the woods, burned all those acres? He's still behind bars. Well, you guys are enjoying this today. And people will stop doing it. They will stop doing it. But it's such a weird move to be like, can't go into the woods. Fishing is banned. Having a good time in the woods is banned. Not having a good time in the woods is banned. All things in the woods.
Trail systems through woods are off limits.
At these walking trails in the heart of Sydney, some agreed with the move while others didn't.
Of course.
As long as you're not starting a fire or smoking, you know, that kind of thing, you should be able to walk it there.
Yeah.
It kind of sucks for the campers and anybody out tenting.
Oh, this makes me really flash back to the pandemic stuff where it would be like, hey, wouldn't it be fine if everybody was at the beach? Because if everybody's at the beach and they're like 5-6 feet away from each other, they're enjoying the great outdoors, they're less likely to get, and they're like, close the beaches. That loser attorney guy wore a Grim Reaper outfit and went to the beach after he left his packed protest the week before. Close the beaches. It's very, very dangerous. We got to shut down the beaches. And now it's like, hold on. Why don't you just address the issue and go after people who are lighting fires? Maybe that would be an easier way.
But it's probably necessary.
At these wooded trails in Coxheath, the entrance is blocked off.
Where?
The people who run the trails...
Coxheath.
Oh, Coxheath. All right.
Coxheath. Cox, Heath, is the name of the place where this is happening in Nova Scotia, Canada.
While they understand the province's move, it's also unfortunate.
So there's some expansions and upgrades that we had hoped to finish this summer that,
too bad,
depending on how long this goes, it will be slowed down.
According to the province, the penalty for violators will be the same as it is for the burn ban put in last week, $25,000.
Damn, if you go into the woods.
That's a lot of money.
You go into the woods, $25,000 fine. 25 grand. For the last 10 years, I have no fines that I've been I've added up and accrued.
Have you checked your spam?
I just know I haven't really been. Well, I have technically been in the woods. I have.
It's only 18,000 and change in real money.
Yeah, it just seems a little wild. Looking at this, it seems a little dopey, but the Canadians are such pushovers, man. They're like, all right, fine. We won't go into the woods.
Though camping is allowed at registered campsites, and some exceptions will be made for work in the woods.
Work in the woods.
So they can get a permit to carry out their operations on Crown lands. They may need to operate at night, which can take place.
The Premier says with nothing but more dry weather expected in the coming days, the move is being made now to try and avoid a major wildfire like the one outside of Halifax 2 years ago.
Canada's always on fire.
We've had briefings from Environment Canada about the near-term forecast, and there is no significant rain in sight.
As for how long this ban on being in the woods might remain in place, the Premier said it could be as long as Nova Scotia's burning ban until October 15th, unless conditions change in the meantime.
Months in Canada. You can't go into the woods. It's just banished. You're not allowed to do it.
A couple months.
Yeah, you go into the woods for the next month or so, next couple of months, you get a $25,000 Canadian fine. And that's that. That's how this is going to go. So deal with it or don't. All right, folks? That's how it's all going to go. And we'll see what happens with Nova Scotia and how they respond to all of this. We're going to get to you and your dispatches. I see those rolling in right now. We appreciate those. Somebody has some advice for C-Lane. I'll pass it along as asked. This says the tips of the newsjunkie.com. Hey, C-Lane, if you're creating an app for some stuff in your house, you should use a free service called Replit, R-E-P-L-I-T, says this person. I'm not sure if that is something you're aware of or not, but I think I've heard of that before, but not used it.
I feel like I might have seen an ad for this yesterday. Ooh,
this
Replit.
guy.
The safest place for vibe coding.
Oh, cool.
Vibe coding. I've heard of. Okay. I've heard of the vibe coding.
Code.
Curtis emails. Curtis sends an email to tips@thenewsjunkie.com. Hey there. Kratom quite literally saved my life, marriage, and allowed me to have my kids in my life. I'm being serious with you. This is not the first I've heard of this. That's why I said, like, I don't want Kratom stores on every corner. It's trashy. It's like culture rot stuff. But I think Kratom serves a value, serves a purpose, and does actually bring a net positive to a lot of communities. Like, go after the public drug addicts, those people with, what did I say, was fentanyl lean or the fentanyl whatever, when you're just like completely zomboed out on the sidelines, on the sidewalks and stuff.
Or your legs
go
are
after
working,
those
but the
folks.
rest of your body ain't.
No,
Yeah,
I thought the legs were like holding you down. Keeping you up.
Your legs swell when you're on fentanyl, and then you're passed out, but that's why you don't fall over on the sidewalk. That's bad. That's bad for like 100 reasons. Kratom is not bad. I don't think so. So he says, it's allowed me to have my kids in my life too. I've had 10 or 11 years of pain pill addiction that was ruining everything I had. I tried Suboxone, methadone, and trying cold turkey, but nothing really helped until I was turned on by a friend in AA to Kratom. I used it for about a year until I didn't need it or feel like I needed it anymore. That was 8 years ago, and I've been sober ever since. First of all, good for you.
Yeah.
Congratulations. You did it. I tell everybody I know that's in the same situation about Kratom, please don't outlaw. It truly helps people, says Curtis. Curtis, I have heard the same thing from many people exactly in your position. I have also heard that we don't have something going on in our country where people are buying this Kratom, getting it at gas stations or whatever, and then getting high and robbing people, committing violent crimes. It doesn't seem to do that. Kratom doesn't seem to elicit that response in people like so many other drugs do.
All right, what I started to say earlier about this, when you mentioned them wanting to ban it, it's I know a guy. I used to play music with him many years ago, and he now has a Kratom business in Texas.
Yeah,
and has been doing a lot of traveling, lobbying for Kratom. He's been to the place where they grow it. You know, he's in it, and he made this big long post and says, like, they're grateful that the FDA and HHS are taking firm action against synthetic and semi-synthetic products that have flooded the marketplace, and clarified the natural plant will be differentiated and remain legal.
Good.
And
Okay,
I guess they're saying there's been some confusion and inconsistency in the media reporting.
That's good information, actually. So he's saying it's the BS versions of these that you might get in some crappy little product at a gas station that's fake.
Yeah.
Versus trying the actual legitimate Kratom that people are going to get is not going to be affected by this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's good. That's actually good if they're going to do that.
That's what he's making it sound like.
Yeah, I think that's good. And I think we need to get this out to more people so they know that if you hear that somebody's doing that or you hear that somebody's on that or whatever, you got an employee and all of a sudden you find out that they're taking Kratom. It does not seem to be some scourge to society. If it did, trust me, I'd be against it. Trust me, I'd be against it. I want to improve our communities in every possible way. I don't want this culture rot. I don't want these zombies walking around. I want people to actually get help. But sometimes you misfire. And people will be like, that's bad too. No, I think it serves more of a net good than bad personally. And you'll see a lot of stories like Curtis's if you look around enough. They, I have to say, by the way, sucks for them. Tough news for Lake Mary, not making it into the Little League World Series again this year.
How'd the gals do?
The
Softball
gals are
was
going.
there.
The gals are going. They are going to be making it to the World Series, I guess, or they're continuing on their journey. But the Lake Mary boys were winning 4-0 in the bottom of the sixth and final frame. And then South Carolina started getting some players on the bases. And then they did, which is like the unthinkable. They purposely walked the winning run onto a base, which, like, I think in every strategy guide about coaching baseball you would ever see, even I know you don't do that. You don't purposely, intentionally walk somebody to get them on base when that will be the winning run in the game. And that's what they did. Lake Mary opted to intentionally walk one of the hitters, and that not only allowed a run to score, but it put the tying run in scoring position. Next thing you know, they ended up losing the game. So tough for them. They won't be in the Little League World Series for the second time. But the ladies will over on the softball side. So good luck to them. All right, quick break. When we return, we're going to talk about your dispatches and reactions are coming in. And this crash out that I want you to hear. This young lady is losing it. She's burning it all down, losing her mind. But I want us to all ask ourselves a real important question. Does she have a point? Does she have a point? You got to hear this, all right? It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Inter Miami comes to town to play Orlando City this Sunday. Will Lionel Messi play? Be there to find out. Your chance to win tickets happens later today on the Jim Colbert Show. Today at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
There's no surprises on your ride this afternoon. It's just going to be your typical delays starting to pile up. You're going to run into your usual issues on I-4 through that amusement park area on the Turnpike southbound, approaching that Osceola Parkway exit. Traffic's piling up on that ramp there. Keep in mind there's ongoing construction going on most of the major roadways, so look out for crews. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Advance Auto Parts.
This is how we advance.
NASCAR fans, meet Cup Series champion Ryan Blaney at Daytona. Be there August 22nd at 1 p.m. First 150 fans get a photo with Ryan and the number 12 Ford Mustang. Spend $50 or more and get a free Ryan Blaney fan pack while supplies last.
This is how we advance.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One, is back in Vegas.
T-Mobile Arena.
Streaming live only on Hulu. A weekend full of superstar performances. And keep listening for the next chance to win your way there.
Lenovo and the iHeartRadio Music Festival. Tech that hits different. Can your gear keep up with the beat? Lenovo PCs are built for creators, dreamers, and fans who don't hit pause. Visit Lenovo.com for the latest in AI PCs and game-changing tech.
When you enter a place of business, you're owed a legal duty, that the place of business is safe for you to shop in. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you suffered an injury at a place of business, our duty is to protect you after that harm. Morgan & Morgan, for the people.com.
Are you tired of cookie cutter barbershops and sterile salons? At Hammer & Nails Grooming for Guys, they believe today's extraordinary man deserves more than just a haircut. Hammer & Nails offers premium grooming services in a space that's built for men. No pedicure fumes, no take a number chaos, just expert care, craft cocktails, large screen TVs that you control, and an atmosphere you can actually unwind in, because when it comes to men's grooming, they don't cut corners. They redefine the whole experience. Hammer and Nails. Come as you are, leave as you want to be.
It's the summer clearance event at Greenway Kia, and we're racing to sell 500 new Kias. Every new Kia is clearance priced with savings up to $18,000 off.
Hey, everybody. 3 minutes and we're coming back. Hello? Don't say anything bad. Microphone's on. How was it out there? Did you not want to do it? How's your shins? Yeah. What else is going on?
I saw a pallet of ice.
A pallet of ice?
I wanted to go hug it.
You could have done that. What were they going to say?
No, they wouldn't want me doing that.
Why not? Weren't they in bags?
Yeah.
I'll allow it. What else happened out there? Nothing? Wow. All right. Did you hear that they're going to allow an umpire in the MLB who's going to be a woman? Major League Baseball's first woman umpire? What do you think about that?
I think if she's qualified, it shouldn't matter.
If she's qualified, it shouldn't matter? What if she has her period or something during the game? Have you ever thought about that? Doesn't that screw up the game if she has her period out there? All right. All right. See you later. Have a good time. You're going what? What are you getting a total on?
Everything.
You keep it under $10.
No, right.
Keep it under $10.
I can't.
Okay. Okay. What if she gets distracted by her hair or nails? True. These are obvious concerns. Obvious problems. All right, we're coming back in 30 seconds. 30 seconds. Obviously, I'm trolling.
Forced you to choose between a maximum security prison or the most brutal boot camp designed to be hell on earth. Unfortunately for Mark Lombardo, this was the choice he faced.
He said, "You are a number, a New York State number, and we own you."
Listen to Shock Incarceration on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Follow Shock Incarceration and start listening on the free iHeartRadio app today.
Now, your chance at $1,000 and a trip to our iHeart Radio Music Festival. Text the nationwide keyword WIN to 200-200. You'll get a confirmation text and info. Standard data and message rates apply in this nationwide contest. That's WIN to 200-200.
Dispensing unsolicited advice on a wide range of pointless topics.
They used to call it melting down back when I was a youngin', but that seems to have gone to the wayside as language moves and evolves very quickly. The word is crashing out these days. Crashing out is the phrase which implies like, oh, you're losing it, or you're like yelling at somebody, or you're freaking out, or whatever it is. That's the phrase of the moment here. And this young woman...
I'm not going to do what everybody thinks I'm going to do and just flip out.
Rig out. This young woman who's got, I think, 12 million views or something on her video of her just melting down. Some people are saying, like, look, she's onto something. Why don't you just listen to her? This is the problem that Gen Zers and the youth in the country is having right now. And a lot of boomers reacting. They're like, hey,
come on, back in my day.
Quit being so lazy. You know, like it's the most typical thing you'd see. But let's see what she's saying. Let's at least give her our ear for a moment here and see what she's crashing out over.
So as it turns out, the student loans that I've been paying $1,500 a month for 2 years have a 17% interest rate.
Sis.
So
she's like right into heavy crying here, right into the tears.
That's a full sob.
She's upset. And then look at her eyes. It looks like she's maybe been crying for a while. She looks like she's a bit upset here about this. She's got high interest rates on her student loans. I know some of you boomers already, your eyes are rolling. Don't take out the loans if you don't want to pay for them.
I mean, this is, and I'm no boomer by any means, but this is information that is on the paperwork, is it not?
It tends to be, but she might have more. Let's see what else she says.
what I thought I've been paying off for all this time, I'm actually, I owe more than what I started off with.
I'm a little worried because she's so hyper emotional in her speaking right now. I hope that the AI censor is going to get the curse word that she's going to drop. But just in case, you know, we'll have to stand by the buttons if we need to dump any of this. Nice.
So, Jeff Bezos, this would be a really cool time to Venmo me, bro.
You know what? I like her.
Worth a shot.
Send the money.
Do you think Jeff Bezos Venmos?
I hope so.
If it goes this viral, why not?
I saw these two ladies. I wish I got a follow up on this. These two women that said we're on a road trip and we're driving south. I think they're going down I don't know, Miami or something. And they said that they decided to put with shoe polish or whatever on their car, just married, Venmo to buy us two girls drinks. And they put their Venmo stuff up there and they're just making it all up. And they wanted to see how much money will people send them on that whole journey? Because I know you guys have seen that, right? You've seen somebody doing that.
I didn't think to do it when Ashley and I drove off on our little honeymoon, little mini honeymoon.
Do you regret?
I don't know. I don't know if she would have gone for it. Would have been cool though.
I would feel a little asky doing that, but I think it works. It's like the newfangled version of putting your little Bitcoin code on a sign at the ESPN broadcast.
That was super smart. That guy got a lot of money.
That worked for these people, but she's like, Jeff Bezos.
Now would be a perfect to Venmo me, man.
Worth a shot, girl. All right.
Jeff Bezos, this would be a really cool time to Venmo me, bro. I owe $90,000, and I didn't even spend that much on school. Any rich person, please tap in. Kourtney Kardashian, you probably have 8 houses. I'm never going to be able to buy one.
If she just lands one of these punches, that's going to be a score for her.
90,000 in debt is insane.
I do want to say, all right, I feel for the Zoomers on this front. And the Boomers do not understand this for whatever reason. But for the Zoomer kids, now the interest rates on their school student loans, especially when they went for some dumb reason that's not going to ever pay off for them, it does suck. And it's like you paid forever and you're not making any move on the principal here. And it seems a little bit predatory after a while. So instead of this idea, which was hey, let's pay off all the student loans that are owned by everybody, even people whose families are making $250,000 a year. Instead of that, I think the average person would be okay with some of these loans, especially if the federal government is involved, waiving some of the back fees on the loan terms.
Yeah, or with an interest rate of 17%.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Can we honestly look at what was used?
It's predatory. That's too much money.
It's insane.
Yeah, 17% interest is too much money.
I would be freaking out too. Now, I will say this. What kind of car is she driving, though?
I can't tell.
I just want more backstory. That's none of my business.
Let's see if we can pick up on that as she continues here. But I feel for her on that. I think some of these loans are bad. They're like, what's that? You're going for an arts and humanities degree? All right, here's the loan. And then on the other side, these kids are like, damn, I'll never make my money back. And it's so easy to be like, oh, you whiner, you little bitch. This is what you get. But for real, you got to picture yourself every once in a while. That's actual empathy. You got to picture yourself every once in a while in the shoes of these people. Imagine being a Zoomer trying to get a home.
Imagine opening up your mail and seeing a bill for $90,000.
You might even say she knew what the terms were. She got herself into it, blah, blah, blah. But like just trying to get a home is a Zoomer. What's the average home cost in the state of Florida? What's the average home cost? Who are you
buying it from as well? Everyone who is now just going full profit on their homes that they bought back in the day when it was much cheaper?
The markets are a little softer than they have been previously, but not too soft. Not too soft. What's the average home in Florida cost right now, Celine?
Wasn't it in the...
I would have said 300.
Average.
340.
410.
410. Damn. All right. So that's even higher. $410,000 is the average home price just in the state of Florida. What about New York? What's New York?
That was according to Bankrate. Zillow says 384, so it's kind of close. But
run New York on the same thing because I wonder if it would be more. It probably would be more because they're going to get skewed.
Average home cost in New York City varies significantly depending on the borough and type of property. June 2024 median listing homes for price for homes in New York. $850,000.
Flee the city, all right?
I just straight up asked, break down most notable states and the respective home values. Hawaii is...
Oh, yeah, Hawaii's crazy.
977.
Right, yeah.
California, 794. New York, 763. Colorado, 546, excuse me. Utah, this is wild to see.
If you're on even the low end of that, let's say you find a house in like the $300,000 range, you have to have money to put down on the house. You have to you're going to pay it off forever, but that's okay. But it's tough. It's tough, and I think too many boomers.
It costs a lot to buy a house.
It does. A lot. You have to save up a lot.
I'm talking upfront, not your mortgage payments and down payments and stuff like that, but just all the other stuff. Involved is very expensive.
Yeah, Jeff Bezos, if you could Venmo me, bro, that'd be great.
Whenever I see people like this, I'm like, I do feel sorry for her for that because it's difficult to get a house, be a homeowner, which I want everybody to experience. It helps with legacy wealth and all of that good stuff. But it's tough. It's really hard for somebody in this position. Let's see what else she said.
Because I went to college. I just signed up to be an egg donor. Guess what? Got approved. Who wants my kids? I can't afford them, so start a bidding more. Take them. What do you want? My left arm too? What the fuck am I supposed to do?
Did she just raise her right arm when she said her left arm? Because the kid value just went down. If so,
yeah.
I think
she's mirrored. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. Good. I don't want her to mess that up. At least here.
I'm gonna be in debt for my whole life. How does that even make sense? I signed up for this when I was 17. This should not be legal, bro.
This should not be legal.
I got upset about it at work, and my coworker was like, don't you have a rich relative who can pay that for you? No, my family's poor. No. And the worst part is, bro, look where I am.
She's on a TJ Maxx.
Hey, how dare you? TJ Maxx has great deals.
That's a perfectly fine place to be sad. It's a perfectly fine place.
I'll tell you what. I don't go there often, but this shirt I'm wearing right now,
that's TJ Maxx?
Goodwill.
Oh,
really?
$1.
Wow. Look at that. You cry outside of Goodwill. That's sad, though. That is.
Well, I wasn't crying. I got back into my beautiful-looking Ram truck and
drove to my nice house.
Drove to my piece right out of there.
Venmos on the way.
No, my wife wanted to go look and see, find some stuff in the knick-knack section, like antiques or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, I've done that before. You try to find the steals. You try to find the real good stuff. The thing that somebody brought there, you're going to get the painting that nobody knew there was a really famous artist that snuck something in there. But she's just looking for a little help, folks. What do you think about her?
One of those shirts I found was for a wine bar downtown that my friend works at. So I sent her a picture of the thing with the Goodwill tag that said $1.99, and she's like, I'm dead right now. Lost it.
There's a lot of rich people that could help these folks out there. There's a lot of rich people out there. Maybe every once in a while they do. Maybe they don't. I don't know. I really, really don't know. I don't know. I know another one was at the White House. Tim Cook of Apple.
Tim Apple.
Sometimes referred to as Tim Apple. But Tim Cook this time. And he brought Trump some golden statue thing. And it was designed by a veteran or whatever. And Trump is like lavishing some praise on him, but he always does the Trump thing. Like it can't just be all praise. He's got to do something.
Ukraine, getting it settled, getting it ended, should have never started, would have never started. If I were president, it would have never started. Yeah. I want to thank Tim Cook. He's a great man, a visionary, a businessman, just about every quality he can have other than athleticism. I don't know about that.
He's got a lot of good qualities except for gay.
Hey, why did you have to include that? You're like, he's a good-looking guy, a talented guy, smart guy, very good at business. Probably sucks at doing basketball stuff, though. Like, what's that? Do we? Couldn't you? Like, I suck at that too. Could you not?
Can have other
leave
than
it out?
Athleticism. I don't know about that. I'm looking at him. I'm not 100% sure about you. You're a good athlete. I'll bet you're pretty good. I think he's good at everything.
You know what would be like perfect
course.
if a green dildo just flew right past them. Full circle, baby.
He George Bush, duck dived.
Watch this drive.
That thing going right by him. Man, that's a classic moment. The Zoomers probably don't know about that, do they? Oh my
they're
God.
swimming and they're dead right now.
I just saw. You know what? Never mind. I was gonna. Never mind. Hold on. I could show you this just in case you haven't seen. I was gonna say I just saw somebody do a tour of a museum, but that was on an episode of King of the Hill I watched. It wasn't actually somebody touring a museum where the shoe that George Bush dodged was on display. It was in real life. What a classic moment. Dodged both of them, still smiling.
Yeah, smirking.
At the podium. Still
Love
smirking.
it.
Got it done there. Tossing the green sex toys like that, it could spread from the WNBA to the White House. You just never know anymore. But let us know what you're thinking about today. Send us a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. All right. Let's see here. Here's Nathan talking about Kratom. All right.
Hey, guys. It's your boy Nate here.
Hey, Nate.
C-Lane, Sean, Sabrina, love y'all. As a recovering addict, I see the potential in the herbal remedies. I see the potential there, but there's also the potential for people to, overuse them. That's the point of battling with the disease of addiction is that, we're battling with overuse of things. So, like, for me, I've been clean for 14 years. Bought a homeowner, got my family back, doing amazing in life.
An actual owner.
But I still, to this day,
he said the housing market's tough.
It is, but if you buy the actual owner, you are skipping through so many fees.
Yeah, especially if you find somebody who's real addicted, you could just pick them up on the open market.
This is
get
a joke.
yourself
I'm so sorry, and congrats on your sobriety, sir.
Steal of a deal. Nathan, thank you for the dispatch. And don't let everybody else fool you.
Stuff. I'm just so confused.
Kratom?
Yeah, I don't understand what it is.
No. I don't think it gets you that high.
It's like a chill, like a body thing, like CBD.
I think more so it's supposed to just kind of
stop you from doing hard drugs.
Yeah, get your cravings away. But if you have more experience with that, do let us know. Email the show, tips, TIPS, @thenewsjunkie.com. Quick break. When we come back, we got jury duty coming up. We still got to work Dean Kane into the show. We've got United Airlines with a huge nationwide meltdown. What caused it? You're not going to believe this. All of that coming up next on the News Junkie.
You can always text us, unless you're driving, at 77031. Standard data and message rates apply. Real Mobile is powered by Orange Buick GMC and OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
This is what's trending from iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission.
Injuries just continue to ravage Florida's roster during fall camp. Now freshman wideout Dallas Wilson will miss multiple weeks. He's got a lower leg injury. The Rays are off tonight after they won their series against the Angels. Tampa Bay continues their Western trek tomorrow. They're in Seattle. And ESPN's hiring internet influencer Katie Feeney to produce their social media content. She's got over 14 million followers. I'm Scott Davidson.
You wouldn't drive a car under the influence, so why would you operate a boat? The FWC wants to remind you that operating a boat while impaired is just as deadly as driving a car and carries the same penalties. Be as safe at sea as you are on land. Visit myfwc.com for more info.
I saw some of you notice a couple months ago. I came into work and they said, "Hey, Celine, looks like you got a fresh haircut. Your beard looks good." And it was because I had just tried out this new place, and one of my coworkers said, "You got to come to Hammer and Nails. It's a grooming salon for guys, and they do like the premium services. They're really good with beards. They take meticulous care of you. It really felt like being pampered. They're premium grooming services, and it's a space built for men. You go in, head to the bar, grab a beer, grab a cocktail, whatever, and when they call you in, you sit down. They give you the remote to the TV, pick up what you want. You got headphones, and then they take real good care of you. I got my hair and beard done. Felt like $1 million, looked like the same, and less than half the time my wife takes to get her haircut. It was great, though. When it comes to men's grooming, they don't cut corners at Hammer and Nails. They redefine the whole experience. Time for you to try it out, too. Treat yourself to Hammer and Nails. Men's grooming redefined. Locations in Oviedo, Winter Park, Winter Garden, and Windermere. Find them online at hammerandnailsgrooming.com.
Win big with the Mega Money Wheel at Daytona Beach and Orange City Racing and Card Clubs. Friday, August 8th, 11 a.m. to midnight. Every 30 minutes, a lucky high hand wins $750 or gets a chance to spin the wheel for up to $2,000. Only at Daytona Beach and Orange City Poker. Casino-style table games are waiting at Daytona Beach and Orange City Racing and Card Clubs. Play Ultimate Texas Hold'em, 3-card poker, Pai-Gow, and more. The fun is close to home. No Vegas required. Only at Daytona Beach and Orange City Poker.
I'm still going for it, even with higher stroke risk from atrial fibrillation and a regular heartbeat not caused by a heart valve problem. Over a 3-year study.
Dull Mike. What's happening there, friends? Hello. How's everybody doing on a Thursday? I'm excited for some Secret Shows action tonight. Get out, get some White Claws down. Beha, I 100% got my hair cut there. And people were commenting on it. People were saying things. They said, really good. Really good. And for you guys out there, you local guys, we're going to have some giveaways with the Hammer and Nails people up here.
Jury duty coming up next. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
That's right. Suck it. We're gonna have some giveaways to take the guys, and I think we're even gonna have a little guys treat yourself night, a little pamper party. That sounds weird, but it's what it is. And they do really good work there. It's and they have alcohol, which is it's really fun. So we'll figure it out. Little guys' night for guys. Sean can come back. Dull is speaking, Snoop Frog says. Obi-Wan Kenobi's Ghost, they have many hot face towels. I got hot face towels, cold face towels, little massages. It was like first class on an airplane. And you get, see you on the 16th, Celine. What am I doing on the 16th? I mean, I know. Oh, buddy, the poker tournament. Shit. Duh. I was thinking of a different thing that I have to do on the 16th, much before the poker tournament. Yeah, but anyway, back to hot face towels. Plenty of that with aromatics and stuff. It was they did a number on my beard, just fantastic. So yeah, and I will be letting you guys know, how I can clean up some of your video dispatches. Some of you men. We'll get you nice and trimmed up so the video dispatches look better. Can they shave my whole body? No, all day yuckers. They do waxing, but it's only like nose, ears, and face kind of stuff. Sabrina already asked me about my pubes. That was not part of the thing there. Anyway, time to go back to the show. You're tired of eyebrows? Well, tell them that. I'm sure they can help you out.
Radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Because the newspapers don't come with cliff notes or potentially offensive accents.
Cases we'll dive into. We'll see what's going on out there, and we'll see what's happening with you. Because you listening to this show, no matter where you are today, are important. And your thoughts, well, most of them. Some of them are deranged, unhinged, weirdo thoughts, but a lot of your thoughts are valuable. A lot of them are valuable, and we want to hear what you have to say. So send a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. Before jury duty, did you guys see the whole hubbub about Calvin Harris, the DJ? Calvin Harris.
I missed it.
Electronic music guy.
I got to be honest, can't remember the last time I heard that name, Calvin Harris. That wasn't when I was in college trying out ecstasy.
Well, he's been busy starting a family.
Oh.
And he posted on Instagram, he said, the 20th of July, our boy arrived.
Who do you see?
Micah is here. My wife is a superhero, and I'm in complete awe of her primal wisdom. Just so grateful, says Calvin Harris. We love you so much, Micah. And then it's like, okay, cool.
Let me see your hands, y'all had a baby.
Look at this, like a sweet little photo of Calvin Harris hanging out with his new little baby. And then you go to, he's got a little inflatable pool.
Oh, we help with
the baby inside the pool. I guess they gave birth in a little inflatable pool. And then there's the mom. She's, in the pool. Right there.
Yep.
Why do we need to do that?
Here's the thing, Sean. This is new. For you, you had Dylan, 22 years ago?
Yes.
Hang on a second.
This is a new thing because there was a new dad that I am not going to share because I think everyone knows him. And he did share with me how the nurse was like, give me 1 second.
So the putting the umbilical cord in the shape of a heart was a purposeful...
That's a thing. And
really?
Yeah, you didn't notice that, did you?
You didn't see that, or you just looked at the placenta?
I mean, it
the
doesn't
heart
look
is
like
a whole thing now, man.
Just so you guys know, it doesn't look like a cartoon heart. Like it looks like an actual heart, like the shape of a real heart.
Are you not even looking at the right part?
The umbilical cord.
Oh,
Look
this
all the way
part.
down.
Oh, okay, yeah.
She shaped
made
it into a heart.
Okay, I thought you were talking about the placenta itself because that's what he put a photo. It's like beautiful photo of mom, beautiful this, beautiful that, and then all of a sudden, wham! There's the placenta, and you can see what everybody's like. Oh, Wasson, you suck. How could you do this? Why? I thank God I'm having chili right now. People.
I mean, this is how we're made, friends.
This is it. Then he shows I think they put it in like an Instapot style thing.
That's a dehydrator. It's a food dehydrator.
They dehydrated it and made pills out of the whole thing. Go ahead.
C-Lane, as a cook, can I just throw it in? Because I just got a brand new air fryer, and it does have a dehydrating button.
Okay.
I just throw the placenta in there, or are they recommending a separate, brand new air fryer dehydrator for placenta?
I would recommend a just placenta only food dehydrator.
And then you just pass that along to the next person who is looking to dehydrate their placenta.
After some sterilization.
And photos with hearts.
What you're saying is once you go placenta in the food thing,
you're not making beef jerky.
Right. Yeah. I'm sure there's something that rhymes with placenta. Delicious. Once you go placenta, the rest of the food should be an absentia. There's something that rhymes there. I'm missing.
Send it over to chat.
Once you go placenta, your dehydrator is magenta.
Yeah, it's just gone, done for.
Congratulations. What's
his name?
Don't
just pop
PJ,
those
what?
out there. Calvin Harris.
All right.
I'm glad Micah was born and your wife is a superhero or whatever, but put a little warning or something. Put a little hey.
I don't know. Have you ever been through the album for stuff and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, that's your dehydrated umbilical.
That's what I'm saying.
I've seen
that's so nasty too.
I've seen it where it's been like a water birth and then they take the picture. That was a better picture of the wife. Was the baby already born when you saw the wife in the little pool?
Yeah. Oh, well, I don't know. I'm not sure. It just was pictures of her. So I couldn't tell.
I've seen a picture of a brand brand new mother, post.
I would hope she wouldn't just like swim in the filth afterwards, but you never know.
It's exactly the picture I saw.
Yeah.
It was
really?
It was
You take a life straw to it.
post water birth and holding the baby, but then in the water, it's not just
Kind of mix it up.
It's like that grandson song.
And so, like, she's just like
blood in the water.
I was trying.
Stirring it around like a
Two more
witch's
songs
brew?
came through first, and then I figured out which one.
Oh man! And then what was the?
We saw the one there. The lady did it in a river. Remember?
I was gonna refer to like you would pull a salt burn.
I have
afterwards.
still not seen Saltburn.
Oh, you're in for a treat.
You go to the bath after somebody else, and you just go.
Yep.
And you take all that placenta and bring it all up on in and into your mouth. And,
Well, this was fun.
Okay, so there's that. I just wanted to share that with you because
Right before
it got
jury
me.
duty, yeah.
Somebody said I was not ready for photo 5, and I'm like, well, I got to see what photo 5. Every time. What a stupid idiot. What a stupid buffoon.
Okay.
Every time I click it.
Riddle me this. This is a hard one, but I'm going to let you just sit with it. Have you ever seen this? Have you seen a stillbirth Instagram catalog?
No.
That one's
I'm
very
sorry.
tough.
I'm sorry. What?
Yes, dude. You've gotten the same morning where it's like, this is what happened. I'm giving you the heads up, and it's the same gallery where you're swiping, and then boom, stillbirth photo shoot.
Yeah. Is it like posed?
I will take placenta any day over
That's
those images.
disturbing, and I have
But
no
it's
desire
very,
for that.
yeah, well, it happens. Welcome to 2025, Zoomer.
Wow. All right. I'm going to try to.
No, I'll send it over to you. Check your inbox.
No. I'm not clicking that. We're going to take. Now I'm sent sideways here.
You came here with the afterbirth stuff.
I know. I was here for a reason. Here it is. Let's do jury duty.
Court is now in session, so put your phone down and pay attention before we call the bailiff over to whip your ass. You're now on jury duty with the news junkie.
Now I remembered. I forgot what it was for a while. Okay.
Technically, it was under the same umbrella as far as birthing goes.
I know, but
Sorry. There, it's in the world.
I know they used to do that. In fact, like one of the most beautiful but horrific things was back in the day when your kid died or you had an issue like that or a stillbirth or something, they would pose with it because
But
that's
it
all you
helped.
had.
It brings a lot of closure. But to put it on Instagram was a whole new world for me.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Jury duty brought to you by
Thanks, Mo.
DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. 866 or 800 call Mo. Either one. 800 call Mo or go to justcallmo.com. After an accident, you need an attorney that's going to fight for you in your corner against these big, bloated, billionaire insurance companies. Kick their ass with the best in the biz. Moses DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm, in my opinion, that's who you should go with. 800 call Mo, 800 call Mo, or justcallmo.com. Quick, let's go through it. Here's what we got. An update on the Fort Stewart situation in Georgia at the Army base.
Fort Stewart?
Fort Stewart, as the lady was saying in the report. The soldier accused of shooting 5 other service members at Fort Stewart is a 28-year-old who has been assigned to the Georgia base for around 3 years. Cornelius Radford was his name. And he's an automated logistics sergeant from Jacksonville, Florida. He was the one who accused of opening fire yesterday. He used a personal handgun, and the shooting involved people he worked with. What we know is this soldier, the shooting occurred at the soldier's place of work. It did involve his coworkers. We're not certain about the motivations. But as opposed to a lot of people thinking yesterday, like maybe this is some sort of internalized terrorist attack or whatever, it was this Cornelius guy, Cornelius Radford, and he was, I guess, just shooting at some of his
But
fellow
none of them
sergeants.
died.
None of them died, or some of his fellow soldiers that were on the base with him. Here's the guy.
Cornelius Radford.
That's
we do know
him.
the New York Times has talked to his father. He actually made some allegations saying his son wanted to transfer from this base and was facing racism. So we actually reached out
Sounds
to
like he
Third
was
ID to
pissed.
ask about those claims.
He's a black dude. That's why that's referenced here. But so they said this guy at Fort Stewart, Cornelius, was the one who ended up shooting up. His father saying he wanted to be transferred. He said there was racism happening at the fort, and then Who knows? From there, you've got a shooting. So we'll see what else we learn. They were talking about not giving us too much information. So at least we got something out of this. What else do we got here? Oh, Florida has now taken to suing some of the top adult sites in the state for not complying with the age verification law. Who's up next? Could be shut out of Florida. X videos, XNXX. Girls Gone Wild is still a thing?
Is it .net or .biz?
Just says the phrase. And then Bang Bros. All of them are currently being sued by the state of Florida because they have not put the age verification barriers in place.
I would check on these, but a salesperson just tried to come in my booth and and
I heard that phrase
and
too.
not a male one. Would have been really awkward.
Hey, how are you?
And that'll do it for Jury Duty today. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll hear from you. The Superman himself, Dean Kane, will work his way onto the show. Why? Wait till you hear this. And a whole lot more on the way as we roll on a Thursday. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
This season, Real Radio 104.1 is the Orlando radio home of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Hear every game here, courtesy of Renewal by Anderson, official partner of the Tampa Bay Bucks.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
The left lane's blocked on I-4 eastbound approaching Maitland Boulevard. There's a disabled truck off to the shoulder, getting cleared up there. Expect some slowdown.
Hello!
Traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477 from the...
A lot of Kratom fans emailing.
By Rapid Radio. Stay connected when it matters most. Be prepared with Rapid Radio's walkie-talkie. With instant push to talk and
Dean Kane is joining ICE. That's true.
any emergency. 100% private. No contracts, no hassle. Stay safe.
It seems weird. I don't know why celebrities would be joining ICE. My ICE takes are sort of unexplored territory for a lot of people. I think ICE should ditch the face masks. I don't think they should be covering their identity at all. I think if anybody goes after ICE for enforcing immigration law, those people are who we should go after. We shouldn't say, well, we want ICE to hide their identity because we're scared people are going to go after them and attack them. You should work that backwards. If somebody sees the person's face and they're like, that's an ICE member, and they attack them or their family or target them in any way, throw that person in prison. Make it so they don't have to cover their faces. That's how I think ICE should actually operate. And I don't see how you keep the higher ground on the mask front when you have ICE agents that are doing it, but then you're against the left-wing agitators and black bloc losers who are doing this at protests with their face covered. I think you could be more consistent by saying no covered faces in ICE, and if people do target them, to hell with those people. But I don't know that we need celebrities joining the ranks of these groups. Dean Kane joining ICE is like, I think you're an actor. Don't you have some acting to do? He's gone Steven Seagal mode? Maybe. They are literally creating a situation where all kinds of psychos could put on a fake uniform and cause havoc. That's not untrue. If you have people blocking their identity while they're enforcing immigration laws, you do create a lot of bad situations where it's like, I don't know who this is, I don't know what they're doing. Just, if people try to stop them in their lawful activities of doing their job, go after those people. That to me is what the move should be. We want second half C-Lane tonight for secret shows. I think you might get it. I think you might get that. Audio lagging a bit, or it's just my Walmart Wi-Fi? I don't know. It's hard for me to tell. But I think the audio should be good. Eddie and Arnott should join ICE and free up some YouTube spots. His audio is cutting in and out. Is my audio cutting in and out or no? Audio problems or no? Audio good or audio bad?
Reigning back-to-back Daytona 500 champion Wnba will be looking to become the first driver since Jimmy Johnson to win both Daytona
B-Haw says no. I mean, I assume she knows what she's talking about. Good. Three minutes and we're coming back live on the show. The Power Hour has arrived. It's so hard to get an answer out of a group of people. It's like, hey, is the audio good or bad? Audio is good. B-Haw says it's good. All right, we're good. We're good. We're moving. And then somebody else will be like, bad, still bad. And you're like, video and audio are out of sync. Over here, it's out of sync. Because over here, it shouldn't be out of sync. Sometimes YouTube does that and relaunching the app fixes it. Sometimes there's a lot of things that can happen. Sometimes the sync between audio and video will be off on YouTube because we've hit the dump button. And then it has to catch up over a bit of time. Sometimes it's not that. 2 minutes and we're coming back live. It's fine, bro. You guys will all be okay. You're all going to be okay. I can feel it. I can feel it in my bones. Did you guys see Diddy is already planning his big comeback show, and Diddy says when he gets out, he's going to do a huge show at Madison Square Garden. Do you think that sells? Do you think he'll be able to just be like, okay, Diddy, huge comeback show after all of this. Here he is playing in Madison Square Garden. People are going to come out and support him. Do you think that will sell? Yes or no? For 213 people? I'm interested to see how it does. I'm interested. It'll sell out in 5 minutes? No? No? I think you guys would be surprised. Madison Square Garden is big venue, but not as big a venue. He'll find enough supporters, I think, to do this. Bill Cosby has way worse allegations, by the way. And Bill Cosby was selling out places until the end of his tour. Coming back.
To millsair.com.
Broadcasting live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Need help after an accident? Just call Mo. Learn more at JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeart radio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeart radio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good. Like a car crash you can't stop listening to. This is the News Junkie.
Watch. Yeah, that's right. You can watch the show. Just go to youtube.com/the news junkie. youtube.com/the news junkie. You can watch everything that's happening each day on the show. I don't think this is going to be quite as big of a flop as people are anticipating. But Diddy is saying that he's prepping his comeback concert. Diddy is saying, like, look, it's happening. I'm coming back, and I'm going to perform at Madison Square Garden, And
interesting choice.
They're going to book him. They're down to do that.
They're saying that Diddy's floating this out there, and that once his time is served, which he might get like time served, or just a short period of time, he will schedule a comeback show at Madison Square Garden so he could like turn everything around. And I see a lot of people who are going, well, nobody's going to buy any tickets to that. How many seats we got? Madison Square Garden, the big room. It's not as big as people think when you hear Madison Square Garden because it's in Manhattan, but it's still big.
15,000, 18,000 maybe? Let's see. MSG capacity.
I'm saying 19,500.
Yeah.
All right. So under 20,000 people, and he throws a big comeback show. Diddy wasn't doing a whole bunch of touring before. There's been a lot of attention on him. There's some people who still support him no matter what's going on. I think people will be surprised. I don't know if it'll sell out, but I think people will be surprised. Like you could have said, and imagine right after the Rihanna photos came out for Chris Brown, right after those photos
Funny
came
that
out.
you mention him because he's going to be at Camping World Stadium September 30th.
See? You see what I mean? For a while there, people were like, well, he's done with. He's done with. Chris Brown is done. He will never be able to tour like this again. They will never play his music on the radio. We have decided as a society, and that's it. He's been thrown out with the trash.
I don't think he was playing stadiums back then.
No, I don't. I think he might have been. He might be selling. He might be selling bigger places.
I mean,
might be.
But yeah, that definitely has gone to the wayside. Mind you, still on social media, you'll see people that speak out against him, but that doesn't stop. He still has
a million.
I dumped that, by the way. Yeah, I did do a little dumpy there. I can't tell you that there are not a million freaking fans that are outside of his tour bus waiting for any sort of invite to I'm so thrown by the F-bomb that I did by
I think
accident.
that here's what happens. I think that a lot of times these people, when they get caught up in a big scandal, and Diddy's is pretty big, let's be real. Like this whole thing looks really bad. He seems like a terrible guy and all that. I think these people are, many of them, narcissists, and there's no way that they're going to go away. There's no way that they're going to go away. And there are a portion of the audience that will, after a while, just forget about this. You just got to put your nose down and keep going. Louis C.K. did this. For a while, nobody was going to book Louis C.K., and he was going to be persona non grata, and you can't come back. And then he just kept going. He just kept going.
R. Kelly gets released all of a sudden. Time served. Anyone going to that concert?
I think people would. I do. I don't know that. Like, R. Kelly wouldn't come out and just be accepted back, welcomed with open arms. But I think that usually the people who get upset about this are smaller in number than the people who just want to see a show. So, for instance, if you were online in any music space as of the last 5 years, and you, like me, are a fan of Jersey emo, you've probably seen that the lead singer of Brand New was caught up in like all sorts of controversy about talking to underage girls or fans.
Fully admitted to it.
Yeah.
Brand New is one of my favorite bands of all time. Without a doubt.
Well, but for a while, they weren't touring because of that.
Oh, they just came back from it.
Yeah.
And I was this close. I mean, it was this close to going to the show.
I think a lot of people just go, okay, I heard the thing that the person did, and we're moving on. We're going to get past. I think a lot of people will go see Diddy at Madison Square Garden.
Oh, I think.
There's
so
because
much evidence.
people would want to.
You think he opens with "We ain't going nowhere, we ain't going nowhere"?
Probably. I agree. I think Diddy's a bad dude. I think he's a vile human being. Not even as much for all the stuff that happened in federal court, but just for the video alone.
The stuff that he was charged with was, I think, the least of his cons on the cons list. You know, I think the least of his sins were the stuff that he was charged with in federal court. You know, like, getting a hooker, which most people would say, you know, that's a crime that's not that bad
Robert
of a crime.
Kraft.
You know,
Right.
getting a prostitute, taking the prostitute across state lines.
Yeah.
Stuff, you know, this was small potatoes, small
beat
beans.
the hell out of Cassie in 4K.
Sure did.
And the world saw the video that he tried to use his money and power to hide, and he beat the hell out of her and dragged her by her hair. And like, to me, bad guy, terrible human being. But I will tell you, Americans, like, you know, the best way I can explain this to you is there's an episode in Talladega Nights, or a scene, I should say, in Talladega Nights, the movie, Ricky Bobby.
Shake and bake.
In Talladega Nights, Ricky Bobby's partner, spoiler alert, steals his wife.
Okay.
All right? He steals his wife, but he still wants to be friends with Ricky Bobby. And he keeps calling him, and he's like, man, I think your house is haunted. And like they keep getting into conversations, and Ricky Bobby has to be like, why are you calling me? He has to shake himself off to be like, I remember now. I didn't like you. Americans are like the shake and bake guy. They're like him. Americans will, or maybe Ricky Bobby, you know, they're on the other end of the receiving call. They're answering the phone, and they go, hey, what's up? Oh, man, I remember all your fun songs. And you forget about the negative thing, the crime,
Or
the
you're
thing that
like
the person did.
actively choosing to forget it.
Yeah.
Which happens. And that's America for you. Because there's a lot of people that will pick and choose that they don't like this person because what they were accused of, and then they'll go to see someone else who, I mean, but it was back in the 80s, and that was rock and roll.
It was a different time back then. I mean, I heard so many things that like bands used to just brag about that at the time nobody would ever cancel them over. Like the Motley Crue stories are
banging a lot of women, you know, sending out somebody that works for the tour with a video camera to pick out some lovelies.
Yeah, the Motley Crue one, the breakfast burrito tidbit was the one that really. That's the one for me, right?
That one. Do sure.
Well, I mean, maybe I wouldn't. No. Don't Google it. Don't Google it.
I was looking forward to a breakfast burrito.
No, you're not going to be after this. Dean Kane is joining us on the show because he's joined ICE. He's joined ICE. Superman himself has joined ICE, and he wants people to know about this. Immigration's Customs Enforcement. That's the group that he's talking about. And is this new, old? Let's hear from him. Here is Dean Kane. Now, I knew that he was a right-leaning guy, like a Trump supporter and stuff, but now he wants to be an ICE dude, I guess.
Hey, everybody, Dean Kane here. And for those who don't know, I am a sworn law enforcement officer, as well as being a filmmaker. I felt it was important to join with our first responders to help secure the safety of all Americans, not just talk about it. So I joined up. And here's your opportunity to join ICE. ICE. You can earn lots of great benefits and pay. Yeah, since President Trump took office, ICE has arrested hundreds of thousands of criminals, including terrorists, rapists, murderers, pedophiles, MS-13 gang members.
They're saying he's not getting paid for this. They're saying it's an informal recruitment ad, but it sounds a little bit like he's doing like an actual ad. ICE is out hiring for sure. Like the cops are mad all over. The cops are mad because they're going to
right-leaning sheriffs are speaking out against this.
A lot of them are mad because they're recruiting people from law enforcement that the law enforcement people think are good over to ICE, because ICE will give you a $50,000 signing bonus.
Damn.
They'll pay you $6 figures to do the gig, and they're like
about to join ICE, Celine?
No. So that's why Celine is leaving the show. He's gone. Celine's joining us.
Listen, if you ever had a solid hot spot.
I could not get a job writing parking tickets
Yes,
with these legs, with these knees.
This seems like a lot of work, honestly.
Drug traffickers, you name it. Very dangerous people who are no longer on the streets. You can defend your homeland and get great benefits like a $50,000 signing bonus. Think about that. Student loan repayment legally.
Oh, that's what that chick should do.
Yeah. All she does is join ICE for real.
She doesn't need Jeff Bezos to Venmo her. She should just round up some illegals, and that 17% interest rate will be a thing of the past.
I can't wait till you see the South Park from last night, because this is literally the plot from South Park. This is like actually what was happening in the second episode of South Park for this season. And so he's saying, I guess he's a member of ICE now, or like maybe for a little while.
Enhanced retirement benefits and special pay for those in the field operations and law enforcement roles.
Special pay?
I don't get that special pay. But you also don't need an undergraduate degree. You can get to work right away. So if you want to help...
Right, he's reading this from somewhere. This is not off the cuff.
Yeah, zoom into his eyeballs. He is reading it.
There's definitely some kind of script he's reading, but I guess he's saying he's not getting paid for it.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know what's what with him. But Dean Cain says he's joining ICE for American safety, and federal and local law enforcement agencies have not been thrilled, mostly the local law enforcement agencies, because ICE has got cash. They're flush with tens of billions of dollars, and they're recruiting all of these people from law enforcement over to the ICE ranks because they're paying better, and people are more interested in doing it. There he goes.
I'm reading up on the egg burrito thing.
Oh my God! I told you.
Come on.
I told you not to look at that.
But he loves it. Look at him. I can see it. He wants to give the news.
Just give it a rub.
Just remember the reaction when I had mentioned the photo shoot when we were talking about the birth.
I find this to be more gross, personally.
The egg burrito or the afterbirth?
It's what they do with the egg burrito. Motley Crue's,
they were worried that their girlfriends would smell other women on them, specifically on their junk.
So they banged egg burrito.
They rubbed the egg burritos onto themselves.
That's true. All right, let's. Okay. Well, tips at thenewsjunkie.com.
I'm horny and hungry. You guys?
This is an email rolling in from D, and D says, "Hey all. I started hosting a radio show at a local college." Oh, good for you. Good for you, man. Not a lot of people getting into radio these days. Not a lot of people doing that. Most people going into like, I'm going to start a podcast or whatever form of spoken word platform they can get into. But he says, hey, I started hosting a radio show at a local college. It's 90s music centric, and I love the concept. I would hope so. The problem is, I have trouble letting my naturally comedic and extroverted personality translate into the air. I'm coming off monotonous, and I'll bet that my nervousness is audible over the airwaves. Do you have any tips on how to relax and act natural?
How'd you get the job?
Says this person. Also, I've got a whole decade of music to sift through, but I'll admit there's a lot of stuff I don't know about. So if there's a music catalog you could refer me to for inspiration, that'd be great. Kind regards, local aspiring DJ. I mean, you've just said I want to be a DJ, and can you do all of the work for me?
Yeah. Do you have a program director you can chat with?
Yeah, talk to the program director, which will probably be some young kid
but
at the college.
Have fun, chill out, and ask the person in charge.
Listen to yourself is the number one thing I can tell you to do.
And believe in yourself.
Local aspiring DJ.
And
listen to yourself.
Hey.
Take whatever you do each week, record it, and listen back as if you're some person who's tuning in, and then find out how you can let the real you escape onto the airwaves with all these people.
Talk with a smile.
Yeah, but don't
talk with a smile.
That's what they tell you.
Don't dare have your show during our time slot.
Yeah, it's not going to work for them anyways. They'll fail miserably.
Okay.
Talking with a smile, though, they really tell you that if you have a smile on,
you
as
can hear
you said,
it with you.
it's just
every single commercial, no problem.
That's not it. Let him be your apprentice, Sean. No.
I love Apprentice. Got moved in there because interns don't have a Mo.
No, I will only tell you the simplest stuff that helped for me. That's the hardest thing to learn. The hardest thing to learn is not how to like talk or get a topic going. For me, all of those things are easy. The hardest thing is just feeling out the space and finding out who you are amongst all the other people. But the only thing that you're not going to fast track that. The only thing it does is if you keep going, keep listening to yourself.
Don't curse on the air.
And eventually you'll find out who you on the radio actually are. I am not this same person off the radio, just so you know. I am much more cool, much more
sexy. My voice sounds way. Don't look at the camera like that. I am a smooth talker. All things I'm better at, but over here I tone it down. I tone it down so I'm a little more relatable to some of you people. Let's see, one more real quick. Hola, news junkies. Hola, Jorge.
So Kratom can help people taper off opiate addiction if done correctly, says this person. It bonds to the opioid receptors like heroin and fentanyl, for example. So you either won't get high or you'll have reduced withdrawal symptoms depending on the level of addiction. With that said, Kratom is addictive on its own, and it can get you a little high, but it caps off. In other words, no matter how much you take, you only get so high.
What's what kind of high, though?
This says, it doesn't really say.
Like heroin high?
I used Kratom to get off pain medication after 10 years of being on them for a back injury I received in the military. It also helped my dad get off a 40-year heroin addiction.
Jeez.
Like, when you start talking about this stuff, there are a lot of people who will echo this for you and tell you that that's true.
They're trying to shut it down. It seems like it's helping a lot of folks.
A lot of people don't know. A lot of people hear gas station drugs and stuff, or they like, Kratom, what's going on? I don't think they understand the good side of it. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe there's a better way to market Kratom if you're out there, but I don't know if this is it so far. Let us know what you think. Send your dispatches over to thenewsjunkie.com, where we're playing some of those next. Adult toy companies are weighing in on what's happening in the Wnba. We'll talk about that. And United Airlines, a nationwide glitch of some sort. What actually happened? We'll dive in. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Keep left to avoid some delays on I-4 eastbound approaching Maitland Boulevard. There's a disabled truck off to the right shoulder getting cleared up there. Traffic's piling up at the ramp junction where Florida's Turnpike and the Beach Line meet. You're going to run into some familiar delays on I-4 on your ride this afternoon. The roadways might be wet out there, so travel with caution. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Moffitt Cancer Center. Moffitt Cancer Center, Florida's top choice for cancer care. Located in Tampa, Moffitt cancer experts work together to offer personalized treatment plans to provide the best possible outcomes. Moffitt, a cancer center like no other. Learn more at moffitt.org.
Folks, the secret is out. The best place that you can possibly lean on if you have a problem with your air conditioner, and it's not even close, is a company called Mills Air, a company that is locally owned and operated. These aren't some fly-by-night folks either. This is Leon Mills. You're going to know him by name because he runs a business where they strive to be honest, and they want to make sure that you are happy with how your appointment went down. When you have one of the Mills Air techs come over, they want to make sure it all goes well. So you'll tell your neighbors and you'll tell their friends and your friends and everybody else, hey, this is the place to go when you have an AC problem. You could always turn to the experts at Carrier, and you can always turn to family-owned and operated Mills Air. If this is important to you, where you spend your money, and if companies actually care about your business, then you'll call Mills Air when you have an issue with your AC. 407-277-1159. That's 407-277-1159, or go to the website, millsair.com.
Can you believe it's already August with kids getting ready to go back to school and we're heading into the height of the hurricane season? That's why having the right windows and doors makes such a difference. And here to help me explain why is Chelsea from Renewal by Anderson.
Thanks, Deborah. Renewal by Anderson's acclaimed impact windows and doors are engineered to...
Hey! Little behind the scenes info. If the audio screws up during a segment like that, two things happen. One, we hit the dump button because Sabrina said the F word recently. Two, we had a freeze on our production computer, which is right here. This right here is production. This is all production for OBS and the live broadcast. Now we take this and we send it to another computer that's in the brains, and the other computer matches that up with some delayed audio by delaying the video. And not only do we have our production computer freeze, the video freeze, but also we had to dump the bad word. What? Don't. Watch your mouth. You think that's funny?
No.
Don't curse. What's your favorite curse word?
Cunt.
I just said don't curse. Do you listen to anything?
You just asked me.
But I said don't curse before that. Do you know how it's like Simon Says? Don't curse. Ugh. What do you want? What do you want?
I sent you a back.
Oh, where were you going to? How much did you spend at the liquor store?
90.
90? I want to call you a word right now, but I can't cuss. But it starts with a C.
You can't call me that.
Commander-in-Chief.
Yeah,
That's what I was going to say. That's what I was saying. See you later. I don't trust her. I don't trust her. As long as they don't ban the THC seltzers, true. Although I will tell you, facts nowadays are brilliant. The nowadays THC seltzers are so good. They're 0 calorie. It's like magic. You have one of the 10 milligrams, and it will definitely send you, unless you have like a real high THC tolerance. One of them will put you to sleep for sure. Not for good, but for the night. I'm going to go down, I think, to half a can, because at night I have a seltzer, a high noon, and I have a THC seltzer after. But I'm going to go like 1.5 high noons and a half a THC seltzer. Because when I have one, peeling myself out of bed is like I've slept in concrete. I'm like, like it's 8 o'clock in the morning and I'm fighting the world. Nowadays are magic. They're so good. They're so good. It's a smooth seltzer, number one. And then also, oh yeah, by the way, bam! Little THC to help you sleep. I think a lot of drinking comes down to two things. One, you associate drinking with fun, and they go hand in hand. Two, once you associate drinking with fun and they go hand in hand, it becomes really hard to sleep if you decide not to drink. So then you're seeking all these other remedies to try to go to sleep, and they're giving you bad dreams, or this is happening, or that's happening. And in reality, if you start drinking less alcohol and have the THC, you will get your sleep. And I guarantee it. You're going to like the way you look. They make 5 milligram too, Sean? Yeah, but it's not that much cheaper, I don't think. I'd rather just have one, half of one, or whatever on my own. Mix it in with a high noon. It's good. Not a sponsor. Not a sponsor. All right, little babies. Buckle up your diapers. We're coming back. It's about to get wild.
.com, your one-stop for printing, apparel decoration, branding, signage, and promotional products from t-shirts to trade shows. New clients save 15%. Ask about free shipping and setup. Claim your free journal now at c360store.com.
This is the Shock Incarceration Podcast. What would you do if one bad decision forced you to choose between a maximum security prison or the most brutal boot camp designed to be hell on earth? Unfortunately for Mark Lombardo, this was the choice he faced.
He said, "You are a number, a New York State number, and we own you."
Listen to Shock Incarceration on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Follow Shock Incarceration and start listening on the free iHeartRadio app today.
Are you shopping for hurricane impact windows? Get your free quote now, reeswindows.com.
Forever hovering over life's great dump button. You're listening.
Subscribe over on YouTube. The News Junkie is what you search for on YouTube. It's free to subscribe and get alerts each day when the show goes live. I have to tell you, it's sort of like light and dark, night and day. It's interesting to see the comparison of two things right now. One that's been going viral and that I just can't escape all over social media, all over that one, that one and the rest, is people watching and dumping on War of the Worlds. That has been building.
Now I want to go see it.
There are people legit who are going, hey, buckle up. I'm having 3 beers and I'm watching War of the Worlds tonight.
I think it's on streaming, right?
Already?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's on Prime. It's on Amazon Prime, I think it was where
you
it was.
just changed my evening plans.
And it's so bad. We talked about it yesterday and read some of the reviews. One of the comments I saw said, it seems like everybody knew Ice Cube's War of the Worlds was going to be the worst movie ever, and they didn't even try, except for the woman who plays Ice Cube's daughter, who, like, put in the performance of a lifetime. You know, she's like, no, like, you know, over the top. Absolutely
and just to like
crazy.
double check, because everyone's associating this with Ice Cube, he is the one who came up with the idea, or he is solely starring in it.
I don't know if this reboot was from him or
I think he just stars in it.
That sucks.
Yeah.
That he's getting full. They're calling it Ice Cube's War of the World, even though he's the star of it. Whose idea was it? Tell it. Blame it on that person.
Let me see. Who is like the director? The director is Rich Lee. Ice Cube's just down here as an actor with Eva Longoria.
I was going to say, Eva Longoria is in it. She's a pretty big name, and she's not getting drugged through the mud on this. But I think it's because not only is Ice Cube the star of it, but because doesn't the whole thing take place with him in front of a computer?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that's what they were saying. Yeah,
like it's on like Windows on his computer screen and video clips and that stuff.
Yeah, and so since he's on screen almost the whole time, or perceived to be on screen, nobody's even talking about Eva Longoria.
Yeah, and she doesn't want you. She doesn't want. She doesn't want you talking about her right now. By the way, Sealant. She does. She wants to stay out of this
right now. You
don't
even know me, Eva.
YouTube.
Ava.
Fernando says the movie was really that bad. Brad says, yeah, it was hard to watch. Alan says, I got through about 20 minutes of it.
Damn it.
Yeah, they're saying like it was not a good movie at all. But let's contrast that, the bad with the good with the bad. Try to do that
Is
sometimes
this our homework
on the
tonight?
show.
Are we all going to be watching it?
I can't watch this yet, but I'm excited to, if I'm honest with you. I'm absolutely excited to watch the movie that is the opposite of this, which is Weapons. Weapons is I had 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. It's down to a 96, but this is the opposite of the War of the Worlds Ice Cube thing. People are saying this is like movie of the year material, the best horror movie of the summer, and I like what I'm seeing happening in the horror world. Having just watched the Together movie with the Franco bro and the woman from Community, and watching the two of them in that, I said I was surprised by the funny lines in the movie. I was surprised by the comedy that they brought to it. Allegedly, Weapons has some pretty good jokes too.
I might need this Together movie to turn me around on Dave Franco, because right now I hear his name and I go,
why?
Because his character.
What'd you not like him in?
The Studio, where he played himself, but he was incredibly annoying.
Yeah, but that was the drug one. I thought he was great.
I haven't seen this all. I mean, I know that Dave Franco plays the same role in every single movie that he's in, but I thought he did okay in that. Weapons, though, is supposed to be next level. Opposite of War of the Worlds and all these other things. High praise. The rundown on it is when all but one child from the same class mysteriously vanishes on the same night at exactly the same time, a community is left questioning who or what is behind their disappearance, which sounds clever, sounds interesting. I'm down for it. I'm interested. They don't have, the names aren't huge. Josh Brolin, I mean, I guess he's arguably a B-list star or something. Julia Garner, she's the biggest of the bunch in that. Julia Garner from Ozark. And I think she took some bad movies to maybe get Weapons, because she was in Wolfman, and Wolfman was like, why did we do this? This did not, it didn't need to exist. It wasn't like, you get to the end of it and you go, okay, all right, I guess. But this one is supposed to be really, really good. So if you want to watch something bad and something good, you mix it up. You get the War of the Worlds Ice Cube thing out of the way. Then you watch Weapons afterwards. But it's in theaters this weekend. Check it out. Quick couple of stories, grab bag style, and then we're going to pop into a dispatch, and then we're going to go to break. So in that order, here we go. Adult toy companies are now ripping WNBA fans for throwing their sex toys, including Twisted Fantasies. The store says that we make adult toys for the bedroom, not for throwing around at basketball games.
Yeah.
What happened at those games was completely and totally inappropriate, putting players and fans at risk, incredibly disrespectful to these athletes. The owner of this sex toy company says, we're all for passionate fans, but a public sporting event isn't the place to do
How convenient.
That's
it
what they're
wasn't
saying.
your sex toys. It was the one that was available for next day delivery.
Yeah,
on
Twisted
Amazon.
Fantasies. They're trying to attach themselves to this, you might say.
Nobody needed to hear from you.
A United Airlines story, this one going around today. United Airlines resuming operations after a tech disruption hit the company. They've still got some delays, but over 1,000 flights were delayed and dozens were canceled earlier on. They said it was not a hack. They assure all of us it was not a hack. They said it was resolved in a couple of hours. It was a technology issue. And now they're covering meals and hotels for anybody who was impacted by this. All right, let's see what we got here. There was a video dispatch that I missed from the end of the show yesterday, so let me work that in. Jay Ryan says he has a grab bag video dispatch.
Hey, junkies. Grab bag kind of dispatch. I would definitely hit that button, especially if it was for my 12-year-old dog that is definitely coming towards the end of his life.
He's talking about the button where you have to press it. If you press the button, some random person loses 5 years of their life, but your loved one gets 5 years to their life. And the only other option is like to inverse that or something. He's saying, I would do it for my little dog.
Hit that button, especially if it was for my 12-year-old dog that is definitely coming towards the end of his life.
Damn.
I would stick my bigot parents who excommunicated me for being unabashedly gay in the worst nursing home I could. And one time I was on an airplane watching a Queen Latifah movie for school where she played like a singer back in like the 20s. And there's a scene where she's sitting at the vanity with her big old tees hanging out. And I was like, ooh. And yeah, so anyways, you guys have a great day.
Wait. Queen Latifah showed her boobs in a movie?
I didn't know that.
Elaine.
Yeah, I've not heard of that, but great dispatch. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that.
Give him a star.
Video dispatch are the best. He already has one. He's already earned a star, this guy. Unfortunately, we don't have any other levels of elevation, but I do appreciate that dispatch. You see, folks, it's easy to step out and join us here, just like this one. Here's I'm Not a Hippie.
What's up, guys? I know paying off student loans isn't easy, but I don't feel sorry for her because it all starts in high school when your counselors and your teachers start telling you that there's free money out there. Go get it. If you're left-handed, that's a scholarship. If you're a guy and you take child development in early childhood, that's a scholarship. You're an athlete with a 3.0, that's a scholarship. You just got to write an essay.
You start to sound like that guy on the infomercials. Who was that guy with the dollars all over his suit?
Matthew Lesko.
For free. It's education.
Yeah, you start to sound a little like him. I'm not a hippie, but you're right.
Free money from the government.
You're absolutely right about that. People should be smarter. Okay, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll do the final dispatches. Just getting the stories that didn't make the cut ready
show
right
Queen
over
Latifah's teas.
We'll possibly sneak those in, and we'll also do Today I Learned to wrap everything up for a Thursday. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
This weekend, Real Radio 104.1 smells like the 90s. Classic alternative.
Jessica Dobson with a check of your forecast. And for our Thursday, we are going to be expecting another warm day, but pretty typical for this time of year with a high of 93 degrees in Orlando. We'll see increasing shower and thunderstorms, especially.
Hello. All right, beautiful people. The time has arrived time to rate the show. And you rate it out of 10. 10 out of 10 means great show, you enjoyed yourself. 1 out of 10 means, oh my God, we just shit the bed. 10 out of 10, what do you think? Rate the show out of 10. 4 ice raids out of 5. 10 out of 10 because of the placenta. 8.479, says Tanya. I turned the knob to the 11, to 11. 1 out of 10 because of that sound effect. Hey! 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 Unbelievable!
Look at all the different stuff that they offer. It's a whole bunch, and you're going to love it. I loved my hair and beard after I got it done, and it doesn't take
my hairy beard after I got it.
3.5 hours. So treat yourself.
Sorry, cameraman got real upset about that.
And see some of the stuff they've got ready for
9.6. 10 out of 10 because of Queen Latifah's boobs. All right. Okay, I got to get Today I Learned. So now's the time to nominate who you think should win Chatter of the Day. Butterfly in the sky, I can fly twice as high. Take a look and fuck yourself, the fucking rainbow. Oh, I forgot about you guys. Who's our chatter of the day? Who is our chatter of the day? I'm excited to see that movie, by the way. The good one. Congratulations. AD on YouTube is our chatter of the day. AD on YouTube is our chatter of the day. And in his memory, rip him, let's take a moment and just like the stream right now. Please do it if you've liked anything at all today. If even one segment was good and you enjoyed the hard work and labor on display here today, subscribe on YouTube, follow over on Twitch. Those are both free to do. And on YouTube, click that like button right now, please. I'm going to wait. I'm just going to watch you until you hit the like button. On each of your computers, this will go away when you hit the like button, but on your computer you haven't hit the like button yet, so I'm still waiting. How come you're not hitting the like button? Did you get it? Okay, thank you. Gray nose hair. I don't have gray nose hair. No, not like and describe. Like and subscribe. We're going to talk about a black storm when we come back. We're going to do the final dispatches. I've got a couple queued up. Poor Sean, only 170 people like you. I'm confident many more than 170 people like me. But if more would like to increase that number by hitting the like button, I'd appreciate it. Thank you, Darius. Thank you, Tanya, for rallying the troops. 176 and rolling. Let's get that to 200. Come on. We got 2 minutes. Let's go. Okay. Here's what we're doing. Keep hitting that like button. When we come back, I am going to sneak in one bad word. And nobody's going to know. I'm going to sneak in one bad word. Nobody's going to notice. Here we go. Ooh, doggy. Probably gonna get in trouble. All right, here we go.
Got some upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. Divorce is complicated, especially when a professional practice or a small business is involved and, of course, on the line. At Cordell & Cordell, we know the years of work that you've invested and what's at stake. For over 35 years, we've helped guide doctors, lawyers, and business owners through the complex process to protect their businesses that they've spent their lives building. Call Cordell & Cordell today because your business is more than a job, it's your legacy.
Orlando, Florida. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois. CordellCordell.com.
DQ presents the DQ Chicken Strip Basket. Just $7.49 for a limited time. 4 white meat seasoned chicken strips served with fries, Texas toast, and DQ signature country gravy. For crunch time, get the DQ Chicken Strip Basket delivered in the DQ app. Happy tastes good at participating locations.
Car crash? Call Klausman. KlausmanLaw.com. That's KLAUSMAN.
Hear it here first. Then everyone else will catch up in a week or 2 or 4. You're listening to the...
And then everywhere else, like a week later, there's people just now in a bunch of news outlets started to talk about that hotel in Miami that had the remote person who was like, booking people into the hotel at the front desk.
Oh, some people just heard about Ozzy.
I guess so. There's a lot of things you're going to pick up here on the show first. So thank you for hanging out with us. We appreciate you and your time. We love you, and we don't care how you listen to the show, whether it's streaming on YouTube, sending in dispatches during the show, and joining us that way, sending emails. All of those things are plenty fine by us. Let's do it. Here we go. Final dispatches, stories that didn't make the cut. And today I learned to wrap up everything for a Thursday. Let's see what we got here on the way out. There is some footage. I don't really want to play this, though.
Play it for sure.
No. I think it's pretty trashy, actually. I guess somebody filmed at the Hulk Hogan funeral.
Oh, that's
like somebody brought out their camera and started.
I didn't know what you were
filming.
Going to say.
Yeah,
so it was supposed to be a private event because we were coming off of the Ozzy Osbourne funeral that was extremely public.
The procession was that I thought that the actual ceremony was quite private.
This says whoever leaked this footage from Hulk Hogan RIP's funeral has no class whatsoever. And then they just posted on Twitter/X for 1.1 million people to see.
Whoever shot it has no class, but me tweeting it is fine.
Yeah, and then if I play it, is that any better? I don't think it's out there if you really wanted to see it. We'll leave it at that. AMC Theaters is now working to shorten the amount of ads shown before a movie. Source, trust me, bro. I absolutely believe this. You're totally going to happen. AMC Theaters saying they understand, they hear your complaints. There's too many commercials. They'll try to work on that.
Are they actual commercials in addition to just trailers?
It's both.
That's the thing that always kind of bugged me. I like seeing the trailers. I like knowing what's coming up. Those were fun. But then if it was something like, your MasterCard, I don't want this.
Yeah, there's a lot of both, though. They could scale it back if they were really interested. I don't know if they will. Let's see what we got here. Stories that didn't make the cut on the way out. Oh, I got to do the dispatches because I promised them like 5 times, so I have to at least do one.
These are the final dispatches, but Sean will probably only play.
All right, here we go. Quick on the way out. What do we got? Let me refresh to give everybody a shot. Mando Pando is talking about Sean's movie suggestions. All right.
Hey guys, I hope everyone's having a good day. I'm home sick from work.
Oh no.
And I wanted to let Sean know that I watched Butt Boy.
I knew it.
And I also found the movie that you were talking about, Sean, about the tenant, like the lady who was living next to these loud, obnoxious neighbors.
Yeah.
And I hated that movie so much. I don't even know why I watched it. I had nightmares that night.
Yeah, that is one of those ones that's going to get you, especially if you've lived next to people and they've been problematic. Like your blood boils watching that movie. That is absolutely one of them. She says, I like your movie suggestions. Keep them coming. I'll watch them. Thank you, Mando Pando. I hope you feel better. We don't have any time. We got to get the hell out of here. All right. All the stories made the cut. Here we go. Let's do Today I Learned.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ. So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today I Learned.
It is Today I Learned for a Thursday, August 7th, 2025. Today I Learned this show right here.
The Office.
The Office is correct. Office co-stars John Krasinski and BJ Novak. They both went to the same high school where John Krasinski starred in a satirical play that was written by BJ Novak when they were just seniors at school.
BJ Novak writes for The Office, or did.
He was one of the writers. Yeah, he was like a big part of the show. I don't know exactly what he's done after that, but seems like a talented guy. And then John Krasinski has gone on to do lots of stuff.
Hell yeah.
And he's been in a lot of big
action
movies.
hero now.
The one he's in now, I don't know if this is the biggest, but the one he's in now is called Fountain of Youth, I believe.
That looks
another
cute.
Amazon thing that's just like a big budget movie. It was okay. Today I Learned in 2019, guards at an Oklahoma jail faced a lawsuit after forcing prisoners to listen to Baby Shark on repeat for hours and hours and hours. The lawsuit was a losing lawsuit, unfortunately. And finally, today I learned this gentleman right here. Marcone. He ends us just as he began us in some ways. Marcone married an ABC journalist for a hot minute. Problem was she was a raging alcoholic, and they divorced just a couple of days after they locked everything in.
Couple of days?
No, they made it further. They have some kids together. They have 2 sons, and in 2014, after Vargas came out of rehab for alcoholism for the 3rd time, they got that final divorce. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We do appreciate it. We're back tomorrow, same time, same place. Missed any of the show? Get the podcast at thenewsjunkie.com. We'll see.